Coach Turner. Coach Herkelman just around the corner. Coming into this one, though, tonight, the Lady Ravens 7-0, trying to make it 8-0 after getting off to a 2-0 start in league play with wins over Fort Hays Tech and Colby. They are, of course, led by Marika Welch and Carly Parker, both averaging about 11 points per game. Carly leading the team in conference play, averaging 12 points per contest. The Independence women come into this one 1-6 on the year under first-year head coach Shavonda Price. Pirates are playing some strong defense, but still looking for an offensive identity, really struggling from beyond the arc so far this year, with the exception of freshman Jazzy Manning, who's hit 7 of the team's 8 threes so far this season. Pirates have not won a game away from home yet this year, sitting 0-2 on the young year, and they are 0-1 in conference play after losing to the Colby Trojans. In our men's game tonight, the Red Ravens 5-2 on the season and 2-1 at Nellis Hall this year. They are 2-0 in league play after narrow wins over Fort Hays Tech and Colby. They are led by Justin Taylor, who averages 15 a game. Rashid Kuda averaging 13. Trent Ruth averaging 12. He is a game-time decision tonight due to a knee injury. Ravens trying to get to 3-0 in league play. They take on an Independence Pirates team led by Jason Stedman. That is 4-3 on the season, 1-2 away from home, and 0-1 in league play after losing to Colby last week in overtime. They are led by, of course, Shiante Trimble, who is averaging 23 a game along with 4 assists per game, one of the best point guards in the conference. Also, Chris Dockery, Cedric Dixon, Tylen Holdman, all key contributors for the Pirates as well. Pirates trying to get their big signature win of the season so far. Ravens trying to go to Hutch 3-0 in league play next week. What we'll give tonight in the Montgomery County Classic. When we come back, we'll hear from Coach Turner. We'll hear from Coach Herkelman in our Imperial Vending Red Raven pregame show. Tip-off just around the corner. Let's take a quick 2-minute timeout. We'll hear from Coach Turner on the other side of the break here on US 98.
When you or your loved ones need help, you can rely. They even have facilities in Missouri and Oklahoma. Services include rehabilitation, adult daycare, and home health assistance. You and your loved ones can lead enhanced lives with the caring and loving hands of the compassionate staff at Medical Lodges.
Looking for a bank that understands your individual needs? We have the solution. At Solutions North Bank, formerly Community State Bank, we offer a variety of accounts to fit a variety of lifestyles and needs. Call Solutions North Bank at 620-251-1313 or stop by our Coffeyville location at 1414 West 11th Street and speak to a new accounts representative today. It's the SNB way. Solutions North Bank, member FDIC.
This holiday season, unwrap the gift of education with Coffeyville Community College. Enrollment for spring 2025 opens November 18th with classes beginning January 8th, or get a head start on our fall intercession courses beginning December 16th. Whether you're catching up, getting ahead, or discovering something new, CCC has a course for you. Connect with our Student Success team at studentsuccess@coffeyville.edu.
It is truck season at Roman Chevrolet in Independence. Drive away in a 2024 Chevy Silverado 1500 for 1.9% APR and no monthly payments for 90 days when you finance through GM Financing. Roman Chevrolet has a very large selection of pre-owned vehicles and new inventory arriving daily. Romans pays more for your trade-in, too. Shop the #1 dealership in Southeast Kansas or visit us online at romanchevrolet.com. Roman Chevrolet at 2313 Main in Independence. Chevrolet, together, let's drive.
Red Raven pregame show brought to you by our friends at Imperial Vending. We're getting ready for the Ravens back at Nellis Hall, taking on the Independence Pirates in conference action. We're now joined by head coach Tony Turner. Coach, good to see you. How you doing?
Doing good. Battling a little battle of this flu a little bit, but still battling.
Absolutely. And kind of embrace the mentality of your girls, if you will. Or it's like, even on days where not everything's going your way, going out there, showing some toughness, showing some grit, and finding a way. Well,
I get on them about being sick and just fighting through it, and I always ask them, is it a headache or a migraine? And if it's a migraine, I understand, and I just try to battle through it and trying to just let them know, man, I'll try to do my best to be here and work hard for you, and This is what I got to do.
Well, Coach, I think, what's quickly becoming a theme of this year's team is maybe ahead of schedule, where we talked about you didn't expect them the opening weekend 2-0. You didn't expect them to finish non-conference play undefeated. Now here we sit 7-0 on the season, 2-0 in Jayhawk conference play, and I know we still have a lot of high-profile matchups coming up, and the game against Independence is always a tough one. It seems to bring out the best in both teams. But sitting here being 7-0, having 2 wins out in Western Kansas, I mean, you have to be pretty happy with where you're at so far.
Oh, yes. No, so far, so ecstatically happy with this team, with their performance, and I just, with us being with a bunch of newcomers, I figured would have took a couple bumps in the roads just because of just the nature of the beast, and this team has definitely handled their business so far.
Coach, when you go out to Goodland and go out to Colby, it feels like every single year it's a physical defensive battle. I don't know if the elevation plays a role in that, or just being on a bus for 9 hours, or what factors into that, but it never really feels like you're scoring in the 80s or 90s when you're out there, and I think a player that really stepped up big time this weekend in terms of offensive production was Karis Washington. Had a great day, led your team in scoring against Fort Hays Tech. Had another 12 points, 8 rebounds against Colby. It feels like when you're out in Goodland, out in Colby, you kind of need that veteran to take charge and give you just enough offensively, and I think Karis did a great job of that.
Oh, Karis did a great job of just sticking to the game plan, letting it come to her. I thought she played very selfless basketball. She flew around on defense. She was using her voice more. She took some really good shots. Played to the ability that we always knew she could, and now she's starting to just let it come to her more and starting to buy into what we got, what we've been talking to her about, and going to see some better basketball from her as the year goes.
Coach, in the Fort Hays Tech game, we saw Alexis Parker roll her ankle a little bit. She did play against Colby, but what's the latest on Alexis and how she's feeling heading into this one?
Alexis is tough, and as bad as her ankle is, she's fighting through it and just giving me what she can, giving this team what she can, and she's smart and so mature. Like, if she can't go, she's going to grab on her jersey and say, I need a break, I need a breather. But she, just the stuff she does out on the court is just remarkable. That she just, when she's not out there, you see it and you feel it just because of the energy she brings and the leadership she brings. And, we're counting on her to be out there.
No doubt about it. And I think that, obviously, like you said, Alexis, the toughness, the leadership that comes with her is irreplaceable. But I think it also shows that when Alexis isn't at 100% and might not be able to be out on the floor as much as she normally is, we've talked about the versatility that your team has, where Karis can slide down and play the 5 for a handful of minutes if you need her to. Norika Welch can defend a post player. You have, of course, Lena Yulee off the bench. You have Aspen Clarkson, who can come in and defend the post. So you have options. Obviously, you'd love for Alexis to be out there playing 100% as much as you possibly can, but it feels like this roster, the way it's constructed, can survive with one of your post players being down for a couple days.
Well, one thing about this team, we have a lot of versatile players, and we can create some matchups out there for people to have a hard time guarding us, and we can spread the court. We got some players who can step up and shoot, take you off the bounce. They can guard you, players that are bigger than them, and so it's been unique and fun to just working on the different strategies that we can do with this team.
Absolutely. Coach, we now look ahead to this game with Independence, and no more Rob Beckman there. I ended up leaving to go down to Louisiana at LSU Eunice, a new head coach. But obviously, like we talked about, the matchups with Independence always seem to be tough battles where, throw the records out the door. It feels like every time they come to Nellis or you go out to ICC, it's always a game that comes down to the fourth quarter.
Coach have their team ready to go. They'll be ready to fly around, and regardless of records, like you said, it's the rivalry, and we'll have to bring it. And they got some nice size. They're not very deep, but they're 5 or 6 players that they have are pretty competitive, and they'll battle. They're a little bigger than us in that inside position, but we'll have to spread the court and make some outside shots.
And, Coach, last thing I have for you, appreciate your time here before tip-off. I think, you mentioned it, you hinted at it, but this Independence team is intriguing to me because sometimes you see teams that are off to slow starts to the season not really be able to stop the other team from scoring. And I think this Independence team, they play solid defense. I think they have done so almost every game they've played this year. Their offense still kind of looking for that identity, looking for that consistency, but they have done better on the offensive end in recent games, and it feels like a team that is just a couple extra made shots away from being a dangerous team in this league. So it's a team with a competitive defense, and it should be a physical matchup tonight.
Oh, no question. It's going to be a defensive battle, and like I said, they are pretty big, and they do play really good defense, and we'll have to play fast and get them running with us, and I can expect a little zones. We'll have to work on some zone. We worked on some zone offense and just trying to get into the gaps and make some plays. But we're going to definitely tonight try to play really fast.
Great stuff. Head coach Tony Turner and the Lady Ravens looking for an 8-0 start to the season ahead of their big-time matchup with the Hutchinson Blue Dragons next week. Coach, thank you so much for the time. As always, best of luck tonight.
Thank you.
Make your home more comforting with help from Derailed Commodity. Update your flooring with the area's largest selection of in-stock carpet, luxury vinyl plank, tile, area rugs, and more in many styles, brands, and colors. New furniture always brightens a home. We have a great selection of furniture, including sofa sets, recliners, and mattresses. Economy to premium, in stock and ready to brighten your home. Shop now at your local Derailed Commodity Flooring and Furniture, Brazelton in Independence, Kansas, and Joplin and Butler, Missouri.
Taco Mayo's new Filet Olé Steak Bowl is piled high with filet mignon.
It's filet mignon.
A heaping bowl loaded with refried beans, Mexicali rice, cheddar jack sour cream, and tender filet mignon.
It's filet mignon.
Filet mignon. Filet mignon.
Filet mignon. Filet mignon.
Savor the juicy Filet Olé Steak Bowl stacked with filet mignon and only from Taco Mayo.
That's a wrap.
No, that's a bowl.
Think you have to drive to the big city to get your best deal on a vehicle? Think again. And think Perky's Used Cars in Coffeyville. A 2009 Nissan Rogue 4-wheel drive crossover, just $59.95. Or a 2016 Chevy Traverse SUV, only $89.98. View the full inventory right now at Perky'sUsedCars.com.
You'll pay less when you come by and see me, Al Perky, at Perky's Used Cars. We're a mile and a half west of the Woodshed on State Line Road. Perky'sUsedCars.com.
A family member with a health issue doesn't mean they have to leave their home. Windsor Place At-Home Care can help them stay in the familiar and comfortable surroundings of their own home. Specializing in working with Medicaid patients, Windsor Place At-Home Care has supportive home care and all the resources to help make staying at home a reality. Find out more about what Windsor Place At-Home Care can do for you. Visit windsorplace.net.
Red Raven pregame show brought to you by our friends at Imperial Vending, getting ready for the Montgomery County Classic as the Independence Pirates in town tonight to take on the Red Ravens. We're now joined by head coach Jay Herkelman as we get ready for tip-off. Coach, good to be back in Coffeyville, I'm sure, after that long trip out to western Kansas, but even better to be back at Nellis Hall, 2-0 in league play to start the season.
Definitely. It's nice to be back home. I'm going on the road. Last week, I was glad that trip. We got both games in one trip, but it was a long week. We left Wednesday at noon and got back 1 o'clock in the morning on Saturday, but got 2 wins. So feeling good and happy to be back home.
Absolutely. And, Coach, I know that you got the win out in Goodland last year, but lost a close one to Colby out there last year. And I know that when we had talked about it, that Brian Griffith was a guy that took that loss pretty hard because he felt like, he had an opportunity to win that game late. So for you to go back out there, the longest road trip of the year, another kind of gritty, close game down the stretch, and this time your guys find a way to scratch out a 6-point win. Has to be great, not just for you, but also for the confidence and the momentum of this team.
Yeah, Colby come into the game at 6-1, playing well, beat Independence on Thursday. Scored 53 in the second half against them, so obviously a team that's very capable of putting up points in a hurry. And our guys did a nice job just defensively, just knowing the plan and not letting them get easy looks. Second half, we really locked things down. And it was just kind of a grinder game. We were having our troubles also on the offensive end, and they guard really well. So it was just kind of one of those old school grinder, low scoring, who's going to get the stops and who can possibly make some baskets. And we were fortunate enough we were able to do that. And, we were down one of our good players. Trent Ruth didn't play. He's got some knee pain. He played the whole game at Fort Hays Tech, but it was bothering him to the point where we didn't feel like he should go, and we're getting it looked at. But so without him, a couple of the other guys came off the bench and played well. KP, he hit 5 threes in the game, and Tyrell played well, and so it was good that those guys got some confidence going.
Oh, and you read my mind. That's where I was. Really good basketball teams are good because they can have different guys that can step up on different nights. And an example I use is last year's Barton team, of course, where Downing Rivers would step up, Malith would step up, Cooper Jackson would step up, Hanasar would step up at certain times. And it just felt like, there were 7-8 different guys on that team that could come get you at any given moment. And it has to be exciting. I know you like the depth of this team. We've talked about it, but Trent Ruth unavailable. Justin Taylor didn't quite have the same efficiency he had on Thursday night. Brian Griffith didn't have the same efficiency he's had at times this year. To see guys like Tyrell and KP, who've had their ups and downs so far this year, really step up and help lead your team's offense. That's exciting to see for 2 freshmen.
Definitely. You mentioned that about Justin. Justin played really well out at Fort Hays Tech and had 24 and led us in scoring and just made some big baskets for us. And then he struggled getting the ball in the basket. It's really about the first time he's had that. He was 3 for 12 from the floor against Colby. But Constantine, who started earlier in the year, he got back in a groove and hit 5 threes, like I said. And Rel, we've been just waiting for Rel. He's talented. We see it in practice, but he just got to get a little more consistent, and that happened. And Colby really did a good job of just trying to take away our inside game. Charles, we started Charles in the game. We brought Rashid off the bench, but both of them played about the equal minutes. But they just had a hard time down there because of the way that they were defending the post. Jared just didn't want us to get going in there. He knew that that's a big part of our offense, and they were doubling us every chance they got and made it hard. And so, we had to make some perimeter shots, and fortunately we did.
Absolutely. Coach, before we start talking about this matchup with Independence, I'm curious your thoughts. I know we had talked about, both of your losses this year have been close defeats to good teams, Moberly and NEO. And we had talked about it with Coach Bailey after the NEO game about turning those one-possession losses into one-possession wins. And we know the gauntlet of the Jayhawk. We talk about it all the time. And going on the road and winning in this conference is very difficult to do. So the fact that back-to-back games you go on the road and you find a way to win 1 by 4, 1 by 6, games that were close down the stretch, do you feel like this could kind of almost be a turning point for this group of like gaining that confidence of, hey, tie game with 3 minutes to go, now we know we can do this?
Yeah, I mean, the guys were even talking about that in the Fort Hays Tech game because it was close. It's the 4-point game going in the last 4 minutes, the immediate timeout, and they were even making those comments, we ain't losing this one, and so having those kind of games that we've had that experience against good teams, and we were able to grind that one out and make plays and get stops when we needed to. And then same thing against Colby. It was close the whole way. In the second half, you had to keep getting stops and like I said earlier, just try to figure out a way to be able to go get a basket. But yeah, I think those games help you when you get into conference play. You played in pressure situations and you figure out how can you win those games.
Independence Pirates in town tonight, and they've had some highs and lows this year, but definitely I think a group with more depth this year than we saw last year, a group that's a little bit more consistent on the defensive end. What do you see from the first full recruiting class of Coach Stedman now in his second year?
Yeah, that's the thing, that last year he got the job and it was late. And so he had a tough situation last year, but he was able to recruit. They got a good team, a lot of talent, more depth. Trimble, their guard, he's averaging 24 a game. He can really go. He's got a lot of freedom out there. But they got some length. They got some athletes. They want to play fast. They want to try to score as quickly as possible in transition. So we'll have to be good with that. They mix up their defenses between man and zone. But, it's a team that, is capable of really putting up points in a hurry. And so we got to be good on the defensive end.
And I know Trimble, a different player with a different skill set than Corey Curtis Jr. from last year's team. But I'm almost curious if you almost feel like you get a little bit of a head start in scouting a team like this, because last year their point guard was their leading scorer and had a lot of freedom. So in that sense of it, a lot of similarities in that they have a high scoring guard that is going to take a lot of shots, and you've seen that from the Pirates before.
Yeah, I was talking to Coach Bailey about that. Because this is his scout, and he was talking about Trimble, and I said, well, their point guard that they had last year shot a lot also, and he averaged a lot, but they got better players around this year. And so last year was kind of the point guard, and then that was it. This year they've got more weapons, more guys that can play, more guys that can score. So, yeah, it should be a tough task for us. But if our guys are locked in like we've been defensively, I like our chances.
And you mentioned, of course, Independence loves to play with a lot of pace, one of the highest scoring teams in the conference just because of the speed that they go. They get more possessions than a lot of other teams in the league. But I think, like you had mentioned, your team doesn't mind doing that press defense. Your team doesn't mind playing fast with your experience at the point guard spot. What do you think about your defense obviously trying to maybe speed them up to the point where they're turning the basketball over and almost playing a chaotic speed, because I think that's the key to beating a team that goes fast like this.
Our press is designed, even though it's a press, it's not necessarily a press that really speeds people up a whole lot. It's one that it almost makes you have to think a little bit about where you're going to place the ball and how you're going to attack it, because you can dribble into some traps. And I've seen teams already this year try to throw a cross court and they throw it in the bleachers. And so teams that want to go fast, like Indy does, the way that we're pressing, it makes them have to really kind of almost put on the brakes and evaluate things, and hopefully it takes its toll on them.
Coach, last thing I have for you, and appreciate you taking some time with us before tip-off. I remember from a couple years ago playing Hutchinson. It was a great day, a great game for Javarzier Belton when he was starting at center. And I know that at times guys like Caparasso and guys that have started at the 5 for you have really had a lot of success when going up against teams that play that pressure style, fast-paced team. And I think that, I don't know. I know that I'm sure Indy does things a little bit different than some of those other teams you've seen, but it feels like when your teams go up against these high-speed offenses, these high-tempo teams, that it seems like your forwards down low tend to have a lot of opportunities to have big nights.
Yeah, and that showed, even against the NEO. Rashid had a heck of a night, and we put a heavy emphasis on throwing it inside. We feel like most nights we were going to have an advantage in there. And it's just a little bit different than the way most teams play. Most teams don't throw it inside as much. They play 5 out, 4 out, spread, dribble drive stuff. So teams aren't used to guarding in the post. And so that's why I think it's a value to us to be able to throw the ball inside and make people have to play a big body, strong dude like Rashid, and then a long, athletic guy like Charles down there.
Montgomery County Classic for round number 1 here in 2024, and the Red Ravens looking to win their 3rd straight Jayhawk Conference game. Jay Herkelman good enough to join us before the action tonight. Thanks so much, Coach. Best of luck.
Thank you.
At CRMC Medical Group, our primary care physicians and providers focus on ways to keep you and your family in good health, as well as care for them when they're not. Our family medicine and women's health physicians are accepting new patients. We have convenient office locations in Coffeyville and Independence with extended and Saturday hours in Coffeyville. If you need a physician or need to make an appointment, please call 620-688-6566. That's 620-688-6566.
Peace of mind. That's what you get when you or a family member can stay in your home when health issues arise. Windsor Place At-Home Care makes staying at home possible Whether it's a disability, aging, or illness, Windsor Place At Home Care has the staff and resources to properly support you in the comfort and familiarity of your own home. Specializing in working with Medicaid patients providing in-home support and care, Windsor Place At Home Care is there for you. Find out more, visit windsorplace.net.
We actually make our own sandwiches. They are prepackaged the night before, made, cooked, loaded on the trucks the very next morning, and in the machines, in less than 12 hours. I'm Adam Vanderlinden, General Manager of Imperial Vending. I've been in the business for 30 years, and we just transitioned over to Imperial. We were formerly Stevens Vending. We have a set of core values that we follow. You're going to get quality, variety, immediate service, total commitment, and you're going to get a great partnership. Imperial Vending, world-class service.
When you or your loved ones need help, you can rely on Medical Lodges. For more than 50 years, Medical Lodges has been serving the area with multiple skilled nursing facilities, assisted living facilities, and home health locations in Kansas. They even have facilities in Missouri and Oklahoma. Services include rehabilitation, adult daycare, and home health assistance. You and your loved ones can lead enhanced lives with the caring and loving hands of the compassionate staff at Medical Lodges.
The same familiar faces with a new name. Community State Bank in Coffeyville is now Solutions North Bank. The same community bank you've come to know and enjoy with the merger is now bigger, and there's even more to love. Solutions North Bank will be able to offer more banking products and services to fit your individual needs. Stop by and say hello and check out SMB's options at the newest Solutions North Bank location in Coffeyville, formerly Community State Bank. Come experience the SMB way. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
My expectations every year is that we're going to win the conference.
Behind the back, and one, Chris Carroll. The Red Ravens chase a Jayhawk Conference Championship. This is Coffeyville Community College Red Raven basketball on US 98. Red Raven basketball is brought to you by Medical Lodge of Coffeyville, Solutions North Bank, Coffeyville Community College, Roman Chevrolet, Derailed Commodity, Taco Mayo, Workey's Used Cars, and Coffeyville Regional Medical Center. It's time for starting lineups and tip-off. Here's the voice of the Ravens, Shay Neal.
Right alongside with me. Chris, a little more scatterbrained getting up tonight. That's on me. But here we are. We're ready to roll. And I'm excited for this one. The Independence Pirates, the Coffeyville Red Ravens, the battle for Montgomery County. We go from the football field to the hardwood, but we expect another great matchup tonight.
Yeah, we do. You can always throw the record books out when these two teams play. You know it's going to be another great matchup, both women's and men's. And let's just say that you couldn't cook up a better meal if you did it at a radio station in a kitchen.
You could
did
not.
That.
Oh, and Chris, this Lady Raven team, of course, are now receiving votes in the National Top 25. And they're one of only 3 unbeatens left in the Jayhawks, joining Dodge City and the defending national champion Hutchinson Blue Dragons. The Ravens can go out, take care of business tonight, go to Hutchinson next week with an 8-0 record. Tell you what, the defending national champions, they're going to be paying attention to that.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And there's one thing about this women's team. They can play so many different styles, and they can win in so many different styles, and that's going to what they need. They need to do that, continue to do that as they go throughout the season.
Chris, something to keep an eye on. We'll get starting lineups here in just a moment, but a player that is not in the starting lineup, we don't know if she's available off the bench tonight, but Alexis Parker rolled her ankle in Goodland, did play against Colton, was still in some discomfort. We'll see if she's going to be out there tonight for the Lady Ravens.
Absolutely, and that could be a key factor in this game, that is for sure.
And Chris, finally, before we get starting lineups for you, of course, the Independence Pirates led by a new head coach in Shavonda Price. Coach Price, not conference and new to Independence, but not new to basketball coaching. She's coached at the D1 level at the University of Illinois Chicago, a couple other stops along the way. I got to talk to Coach Price shortly after she was hired. A lot of great ideas, a great vision for this program. Coach Turner knows this is going to be a tough one tonight.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Bringing a wealth of experience, a wealth of knowledge to the Independence program, and it'll be great to see how her mind works, how the mind works in this game.
Starting lineup tonight for the Independence Pirates, starting at guard, a freshman out of Temple, Texas, number 2, Mackenzie DeGalato. DeGalato. There you go. That's how I got it that second time. DeGalato.
You got it.
Also starting at guard, the freshman out of Bartlesville, number 3, Micah Chambers. Starting at guard, a freshman out of Turkey, number 10, Asmin Tannen. Starting at guard, a freshman out of Melbourne, Australia, number 23, Jazzy Manning. As well as, we'll get to that final starter in just a moment here for the Independence Pirates, led by Coach Shavonda Price. For the Red Ravens tonight, it'll be Carly Parker, it'll be Aspen Clarkson, it'll be Karis Washington, Aubrey Highshaw, and Norika Welch. Chris, something that was really impressive, not only did they go out on the road and win in 2 of the toughest places to play in the Jayhawk, they did it with Norika Welch averaging just 6 points on 27% shooting. Carly Parker stepped up. Karis Washington had a fantastic weekend. And Aspen Clarkson hit 3 threes against Colby on Saturday.
That's what I love about this team. When one person is having an off night, maybe others step up and they take over the score and they take over the rebound. I mean, it's a team that is working together already. This just a small portion of the season.
No doubt about it. And Shavonda Price assisted by Cody Freeland, while Tony Turner assisted, of course, by Sierra McBride, Camry Anderson, and Zariah Songo. Coach McBride's never going to let me hear the end of that I stumbled through her name there. I'll hear about that in the next film study.
Just blame it on your stuffing or
That's
something.
Right. I don't know. Ravens trying for an 8-0 start tonight and trying to get to 3-0 in league play. Pirates, they're looking for their first win in Jayhawk play under Coach Shavonda Price. That final starter, by the way, is number 24. That is Tiani Johnson out there tonight, the Independence product. So we are about ready to get going here tonight in Nellis Hall. Good to be back home after a long road trip. Aubrey Highshaw wins the tip. We are underway. Ravens looking for their 8th consecutive win to start the season. Karis Washington up top, Carly Parker. Norika Welch down low to Aspen Clarkson. A zone look for Independence. Carly Parker, pull up, jump shot. Nothing but net to get it started. Chris, defense is the bread and butter for this Independence team. They've struggled a little bit with their offensive consistency, but defensively, they're a top half team in the Jayhawk Conference. There they throw that one away to Washington. And a quick 4-0 lead for the Lady Ravens.
Speaking of defense, nice steal.
Well, the Lady Ravens are top 3 in the Jayhawk in just about every defensive category.
Yep.
That one taken away again. Washington, full head of steam, hands it off to Parker, left it short. Highshaw trying to keep it alive and does. That one deflected out of bounds. And we'll see. Looks like it stays with the Ravens, and it does. Karis had a really good weekend. 16 points against the Fort Hays Tech Tigers in a game where they really needed somebody to step up on the offensive end. And then 12 points, 8 rebounds against Colby. And their Highshaw lays it in on the inbounds. It's 6-0 Ravens a minute into this one. Got to like that start if you're Coach Turner.
Absolutely.
This is Jazzy Manning, who is the leading three-point shooter for this Independence team. She's hit 7 threes this year. Down low they go to Johnson, up strong, in and out. Rebound collected by Aspen Clarkson. Ravens with a 3-on-1 in transition. Aspen hands it off to Highshaw, who goes up strong and has an early 4 points.
High off the glass in good shape.
And Aubrey Highshaw, I think more and more as we're now 8 games into the year, she could be the X factor for this team, Chris. We know what Karis is capable of. We're starting to see what Carly Parker is capable of. If Aubrey Highshaw can reach that potential, this team is not going to lose a lot of games.
That's for sure.
As that one stripped away there from Asmin Tannen, up ahead to Parker. Parker hands it off to Clarkson, trying to get it to Washington. Maybe one too many passes there, but the Ravens keep it alive. Highshaw, nice ball fake, but shuffled the feet. So first miscue of the night for the Raven offense. We were talking before the game, Chris. I think those are new uniforms that the cheer and dance teams are wearing tonight. The black with the new Raven logo, the Raven C, looks really good.
Yeah, those are sharp.
Of course, it's been a fun 6-8 months or so, part of the Red Raven athletic family.
No doubt.
Going baseline floater and a foul late. That'll send Tannen to the free throw line for some free throws.
That is an interesting call.
I'll call it on Karis.
I didn't see much there, honestly. But what do I know?
Blaine's got sunglasses and a ski hat on courtside. That's That's a sharp look, man. That is a sharp look. First free throw for Tannen, in and out. Tannen, a freshman out of Mardin, Turkey.
You know, Shay, I think these are new cheer uniforms and new Spirit Squad uniforms. Everybody's just getting new stuff and looking sharp.
Hey, if you know what they say. If you play well, they'll reward you for it. And it's a Deion Sanders quote, Chris. You look good, you feel good, you feel good, you play good, they pay good.
That's right. And if you feel good, chase it. Oh, wait. Sorry.
Aspen Clarkson winds up for three and a little strong on that one. Welch on the offensive glass. Goes down low, and that is Washington, no. Third try, no. And it's still loose. And it looks like finally pulled down by the Pirates and a foul against the Ravens. 8-1 our score, 7:25 to go, first quarter. There's the man, and there's the man of the hour, the athletic director, Bryce Saya.
I quoted the wrong movie. Sorry about that.
It's been a busy week for Coach Saya.
Yeah,
that football game against Butler, basketball team's on the road, and then he had to plan the bowl game for the football team, and now he's got home games at Nellis. I mean, that's a guy I don't envy his work schedule. Aspen Clarkson pokes it, takes it away. In transition, the freshman out of Stillwater lays it in. Hoop and the harm for Aspen Clarkson.
Nice steal, which led to the fast break, and my gosh, what a way to finish and go to the line, hoping to get that three.
You don't get to 7-0 and 2-0 in this league without multiple freshmen contributing, Chris, but Aspen Clarkson, it has been so impressive to me that the freshman got hurt the week before the season started, stepped out on opening night, had 12 points, 5 rebounds, and really from the first moment she went on the basketball floor has been just an impact player for this basketball team. That's really hard to do for any freshman.
No doubt about it. She's done it so well.
And that pass intercepted by Highshaw. Aubrey coming the other way. It's 11-1 Coffeyville. Make it 13-1 as Carly Parker lays it in.
That was a nice feed from Highshaw. Nice little bounce pass to the open.
Man, it's a star-studded cast out here tonight. Candy Midget, volleyball coach, now walking behind us here.
It's a who's who.
Everybody's out here. It's like the Hollywood Walk of Fame out here at Nellis Hall. 6:35 to go, first quarter. Ravens up a dozen on the Independence Pirates. That one poked by Highshaw. Washington coming the other way. Karras all the way inside, had it poked, and it will be out of bounds. Last touched by the Pirates. Something Coach Turner has told us just before about every game this year, Chris, is we know our offense is going to have its highs and lows, but there should be no reason why our defense can't be there every night. And so far through 4 minutes, the Raven defense once again looking strong.
Yeah, no doubt. Defense leading to transition, offense leading to points, and a 14-point lead, not even halfway through first quarter.
6:10 to go, opening quarter, 15-1, Lady Ravens lead. Alexis Parker is moving to the scorer's table, so good to see that she will be playing tonight. I'm sure just in a little bit more limited capacity with that ankle injury.
Absolutely.
What a tough player, too. Manning way downtown, a little strong on that one. Rebound to Rika Welch. Welch had a tough road trip in terms of scoring the basketball. We'll see if she can get going here again at Nellis Hall. Sometimes all you need is that home cooking, Chris.
No doubt.
Clarkson floater in the lane is a little strong. Rebound tapped around. Washington got a finger on it, but it's taken by the Pirates. Here comes Independence down 15-1, and this is Micah Chambers, the Bartlesville, Oklahoma product. Hands it off to Jazzy Manning, who again is their best three-point shooter. Manning working to the right wing, guarded by the freshman Carly Parker. 8 to shoot here for the Pirates. Chambers fakes. Now trying to get to the free throw line. Had it poked. Parker, it's on the ground, and it's taken by Clarkson. Karras working to the left corner. Cross-court pass. Welch winds up for three. Little short on that one. Rebound taken by Chambers. And a timeout taken by Shavonda Price. We'll take it with them. Ravens 15, Pirates 1 early in this one. Coffeyville looking for an 8-0 start to the season. They're off to a great start here tonight. We're back in 30 seconds on US 98 and the Red Raven Sports Network.
Opens November 18th with classes beginning January 8th, or get a head start on our fall intercession 16th. Whether you're catching up, getting ahead, or discovering something new, CCC has a course for you. Connect with our Student Success team at Student Success at Coffeyville.edu.
15-1, Lady Ravens lead it. 5:04 to go, opening quarter. Shane Chris Freund alongside with you here at Nellis Hall. Chris, you know, I don't know why it still surprises me because Red Raven fans show up and show out all the time. But just for a Tuesday night where it's cold and the sun's going down at 5 o'clock, and I'm just so impressed with the number of people that we always get in the building every night.
Yeah, what a great crowd. Great crowd, and even more watching on the Red Raven Sports Network. However you're watching, we appreciate you.
No doubt. I see the men's team over there in the corner. Hard to miss Charles Caparasso down there, all 8'9" of him. Ravens up 14. Little floater in the lane. That one was blocked by Alexis Parker, but they can't corral the rebound. It'll stay with the Pirates. Excuse me.
It's mine. No, it's mine. Oops, it's out of bounds. Yeah.
We saw Rashid Kuda and Daniel Tomboy have that happen in practice a couple weeks ago, where they were fighting over a ball and wrestling over it to the point where Coach Herkelman had to basically say, "Guys, play's over." I wouldn't want to get between those two in a basketball.
No thanks.
Inbounds pass deflected out of bounds by Alexis Parker. It'll stay with Independence.
I'd rather, I don't know, stick my toe in a can full of bees or something.
3 for Jazzy Manning. Little strong on that one. Offensive rebound by Johnson. Second chance opportunity here for the Pirates. And that one off of Clarkson. It stays with Independence. Now Micah Chambers spinning, looking for some room to get a shot off. That one is a little off. Another rebound for the Pirates. Chambers goes up and draws contact. When you're up 14 in the first quarter, you're pretty happy, but I know Coach McBride, Coach Turner, and this entire coaching staff, they'll be upset that you can't give up 2 offensive rebounds, and especially because that's the second foul on Narika Welch. That's how you let a team like Independence get some momentum and get back into this game, because it's just at the end of the day, Chris, just a really young team. They get some confidence, all of a sudden it's going to be a completely different story.
Absolutely, and that is the first time in, 5.5 minutes that they have actually gotten an offensive rebound. Independence has, so you get that first one under your belts, and then all of a sudden you can get more.
Free throws are good for Micah Chambers. Makes it 15-3. Hallie Kitchen will come in for Narika Welch.
The second chance points will come back to help Independence if Coffeyville's not careful.
Ravens up a dozen. 4:21 to go. Olivia Littlecook into the game for the Ravens, along with Kitchen, Washington, Parker, Alexis Parker, and Aspen Clarkson. 3 in the corner for Kitchen. And a little strong on that one. Clarkson got a fingertip on it. It ends up with Littlecook. Olivia, top of the key, works it left to Clarkson. Aspen, down low, Karras. Karras goes to work. Pull-up shot is good. Karras, Washington. Chris, that wasn't bad defense at all. That's just a really good player in this conference. Just willing, just relentless in scoring the basketball. That's Absolutely. What it is.
Yeah, she had four defenders around her and still made the shot from the left elbow.
17-3 Ravens, and a foul down low against Coffeyville. We'll call that one on Alexis Parker. And now we see Carly return to the game. She'll come in for Karras. Karras, I don't think there's been a stretch, really a moment this year where I can think Karras Washington was playing poorly, Chris.
Right.
But really these last 2 games and a quarter, she has really turned it up a notch. Looking like that top 10, top 15 player in the conference that this team really needs her to be a championship team.
No doubt.
That one collected by the Pirates after a missed shot, and floater in the lane. No, another offensive rebound and an and one for Tiana Johnson. Chris, the Ravens all of a sudden are having trouble getting rebound in the basketball here.
Yeah, that's 5 offensive rebounds in the last minute and a half or so for Independence.
I think we're starting to see, how important, as Johnson's free throw is good, makes it 17-6, how important a healthy Alexis Parker, as well as Karras Washington and Narika Welch are. Those 3, Alexis is out there, but not 100%, and Karras and Narika on the bench, and all of a sudden, your post presence is not what it was, 3 minutes ago.
That's for sure.
Carly down low to Clarkson. Aspen to Carly again, top of the key now. This is Hallie Kitchen on the left wing. 10 to shoot for the Ravens, leading 11. By 11, I should say, but Independence showing some fight here these last couple possessions. Carly Parker for 3. That'll help. Makes it 20-6 as Parker has been getting better and better from beyond the arc each and every game. She drills that one. A really impressive, complete player for a true freshman, Chris. Carly Parker can do a little bit of everything.
Yeah, that's what you like to see when you're a Coffeyville Red Raven fan. players that can do it all, and there's a lot of them on this
They're
team.
they're hard to find, let me tell you.
Yeah.
This is Chambers on the low block. Cross-court pass to Manning. Manning attacking, trying to pass it down low. That one deflected. Stolen by Clarkson. 2.5 to go first quarter. And Aspen slows it down, hands it off to Carly Parker. Ravens up 20-6. 2:25 to go in this opening quarter. Parker to Little Cook, who fires for three. That one a little strong. And the rebound collected by DeGalato. Feels like Little Cook rushed that shot a little bit. Don't think she set her feet the way she wanted to. Kind of just flung it at the rim, which I'm sure she would have liked to have set her feet there in that situation.
Yeah, I think she had a little more time than what she gave herself credit for.
Pirates down 14 with the basketball. Johnson, who scored the last three for Independence. 3 to shoot for the Pirates. Chambers pass deflected, stolen by Hallie Kitchen. Active hands in the passing lanes for the Ravens. Parker had her shot deflected in transition by Jazzy Manning. It will stay with Coffeyville. I think Lady Ravens probably pretty happy that they got off to a great start, Chris, because these last 3-4 minutes or so, the Pirates look like a completely different basketball team.
Yeah, they really have, and I'm not exactly sure what's changed, if they've changed defenses or what's happened, but yeah, they're starting to chip away a little.
Carly Parker gets the inbounds pass back to Little Cook, sets her feet this time and drills it.
See what happens when you can set your feet?
That extra second, it pays it pays off. That's 23-6 is Olivia Little Cook, nothing but net from downtown. 90 seconds to go first quarter. Highshaw pokes it away from Tiana Johnson, saves it. What an effort by Aubrey Highshaw, now up ahead to Clarkson, going up and can't hit it. And then it's tipped up and in. How about that? Not giving up on the play. Aspen Clarkson.
Highshaw looked happy with that, too. I don't know if it went off her arm or what, but hey.
Whoever that was the last Raven to touch it gets the points there. Yep. Pass down low. This is Tiana Johnson, the former Independence Bulldog. Ravens up 19, under a minute to go. Into the game for Independence is Saya Morris, the freshman out of Istanbul, Turkey. And that one, Carly Parker jumps it. This Raven defense has been one of the best in the nation early this season. Carly's layup no good. Rebound collected by DeGalato. Slows it down now. 40 seconds left. Carly nearly stole that one. And that one is going to be taken by Little Cook. Relentless defense from the Lady Ravens. And a 21-point lead. (27-6). 20 seconds left. Opening quarter. And a hand check foul there against Aspen Clarkson. Raven fans behind me don't love that.
I think there's a few more people that don't love that either.
Tony Turner doesn't like that. I don't know if you saw that, Chris. Tony didn't say a word. He was just waiting for the ref to kind of acknowledge him. He just looked at him. Sometimes a face makes says more than words can.
That's true. That is true.
That was awesome. That's going to be a tough to top that moment here tonight. First free throw in and out. That's, Coach Hurt, Coach Turner, so successful on the court with their teams and winning games. But I can't think of two coaches that have better personalities in college basketball than these two.
No doubt.
18 seconds for the Ravens. 1 out of 2 free throws for the Pirates. It's 27-7. Now 10 seconds. Little Cook dribbles it up. Olivia Little Cook has 5 in this opening quarter. Now Carly Parker, Aubrey Highshaw. That pass deflected and stolen by Morris. And now Independence trying to get a shot off. They will not. And the quarter comes to an end. But a great start for the Raven defense has led to a big-time lead. Coffeyville 27, Pirates 7. We're back in 60 seconds with second quarter action here on US 98 and the Red Raven Sports Network.
And financing. Roman Chevrolet has a very large selection of pre-owned vehicles and new inventory arriving daily. Romans pays more for your trade-in, too. Shop the #1 dealership in Southeast Kansas or visit us online at romanchevrolet.com. Roman Chevrolet at 2313 Main in Independence. Chevrolet, together, let's drive.
Make your home more comforting with help from Derailed Commodity. Update your flooring with the area's largest selection of in-stock carpet, luxury vinyl plank, tile, area rugs, and more in many styles, brands, and colors. New furniture always brightens a home. We have a great selection of furniture, including sofa sets, recliners, and mattresses. Economy to premium, in stock and ready to brighten your home. Shop now at your local Derailed Commodity Flooring and Furniture, Brazelton and Independence, Kansas, and Joplin and Butler, Missouri.
Ravens lead at 27-7 as we get the second half started here in Nellis Hall. I'm Shane Neal, alongside with me, Chris Freund. Chris, you're going to have a lot of success when in the first 10 minutes of a basketball game you shoot 55% from the field and force 12 turnovers. That's a pretty good start for Coffeyville.
That 55% is a great stat, but 12 turnovers, that's pretty much normal now for this Coffeyville defense.
No question about it. Ravens were out-rebounded 11-7 in that opening frame, so still stuff to work on if you're Coach Turner's team. Tiana Johnson goes up. No offensive rebound there is no good. Johnson now pulls down another rebound. Another offensive board for the Pirates, but they come up empty, and Highshaw pulls it down. Here comes Hallie Kitchen. Independence is a bigger team, but I still think Coach Turner expects more from his girls rebounding the basketball.
Absolutely. And you got to wonder how many of those are offensive rebounds.
Parker, Little Cook winds up for three, and in and out on that one. Ava Baker got a hand on it. Highshaw keeps it alive again.
Love the hustle of Highshaw.
Parker works it around to Kitchen on the right wing. Hallie, now Carly, 10 to shoot for the Ravens. Hallie Kitchen, they try to penetrate this zone defense. Little Cook, 5 to shoot. Down low, this is Highshaw. Free throw line jump shot is in and out and back in. How about that?
That went everywhere around the rim and finally went in.
Aubrey Highshaw with the shooter's touch right there, Chris. 29-7 with 8:42 to go in the first half. This is the point guard Mackenzie Degalato. Karis Washington moves back to the scorer's table. Tiana Johnson, nice crossover move by Johnson, kicks it to the corner. Good look for Manning, and in and out. Degalato, another rebound. That one collected by Little Cook after the missed shot. Jazzy Manning, the best three-point shooter for the Pirates, 0 of 3 to start the night from downtown, so the Ravens have caught a break there. She's had some looks. Highshaw attacks again. Not that time, and last touch by Ava Baker. Karis Washington, Lena Yulee check in for the Ravens. And with Parker a little, I don't want to say banged up, but not 100% by any means. And obviously you want her to be 100% for Hutchinson next week, so I'm sure they're going to take it easy with her tonight, Chris. So players like Yulee and like Washington and like Highshaw are going to be big here tonight.
They are. And if anybody can step up, it's those players right there.
2 minutes into the second quarter, Ravens lead at 29-7 here over their cross-county rival at Independence. 12 to shoot here. Manning tries to attack Ava Baker, throws it up, blocked by Washington. Excellent help defense from the sophomore out of Fort Smith, Arkansas. We talk about Karis and her elite ability to slash and rebound the basketball. She's also a pretty good defender. Carly for three, no good. Offensive rebound, Hallie Kitchen. Ravens with a second chance. Baker thought about the three, now down low to Yulee. And pressured. Now they work it back up top to Parker. Tries again and got that one. Second three of the first half for Carly Parker. 32-7. Ravens up 25 here at home. Chris, this is obviously in the Jayhawk every single night you want to win and you want to do the things it takes to win. But this is also going to be some great confidence for this team because going on the road and winning in Hutchinson might be the hardest thing to do in junior college basketball. And they could use all the confidence they can get for that matchup next Wednesday night.
Absolutely. Plenty of time to practice, plenty of time, but still a win. You're right.
Shot is short, out of bounds, last touched by the Pirates. Tony Turner having some words of encouragement there for Ava Baker.
Okay.
Words of encouragement is what we'll call it on the radio.
Yeah, exactly, yes.
Now, Ava says in practice, I say she's a good defender. Hallie Kitchen for three, that shot is off. I have said Ava's played good defense.
You have, yes, you have.
In her defense, that is a quotable thing for me that you can use.
You know you've reached good status when players use your quotes.
That's dangerous.
Uh-huh.
I got to be careful with what I'm saying on here now. 6:25 to go first half. It's Pirate basketball trailing 32-7. Attack by Degalato and the floater. A lot of contact there. A little surprised no foul was called. Rebound taken by Carly Parker. Camry Johnson as well as Cam Etchison and Caitlin Willis all moved to the scorers table for the Lady Ravens. Baker shuffled the feet. And Ava got caught up there if she wanted to pass it or shoot it. We see it almost every night in this conference. Can't do both. You got to pick one.
I mean, you could try, but most of the time it doesn't work.
Carly Parker and Aubrey Highshaw get a breather. Ava Baker will come out as well.
I'm really encouraged to see the defense of Highshaw. Such a great first half so far.
4 minutes into the second quarter, Ravens lead at 32-7 over the Independence Pirates. Pass down low. Washington got a hand on it. Johnson able to collect it. That's a nice play. And how about this, Chris? You saw it there on that possession. Washington comes away with the steal. Cam Etchison of the Ravens, Tiani Johnson of the Pirates. Well, they were teammates about 8 months ago as Washington draws the foul. Played together for many years at Independence High School, so I'm sure a cool moment for Cam and Tiani. They'll probably be taking some pictures after the game, but for now, it's all business.
Exactly, yeah. Did you see her go against 4 defenders right there?
Karis is a pretty talented player, isn't she?
No doubt. No doubt.
First free throw, no good. Second free throw for Washington is up and good. Ava Baker will check back in. I'll tell you what, Chris. I mean, there's a lot of good players in this conference, and there's a lot of good players on this team. But when Karis Washington's dialed in, rebounding the ball the way she can, scoring inside, getting to the free throw line, playing solid defense, I can't think of 10 players in this league better than her.
No doubt about it.
And I think Coach Turner knows that too, and that's why he's hard on her. Because he knows that she can be one of the best players in this league, if not the best player in this league.
Absolutely. I mean, you're talking about a complete player, and complete players, I mean, they are so needed, so much needed on your team.
Floater there up and good for Asmin Tannen. Makes it 33-9 as Independence gets a much-needed basket. Cam Etchison now has it for the Ravens. Pass to Caitlin Willis. And now down into the post to Yulee. Camry Johnson has it back to Etchison. Nice ball movement here on this possession for Coffeyville. We're over the midway point here in this second quarter. Etchison extra pass to Willis. Now 8 to shoot. Cam Etchison thought about the 3. Now will slash. Kick it to Yulee. Free throw line jumper is a little off. Rebound taken by Tiani Johnson.
Not a bad shot by Yulee. Just didn't go in.
Not a bad pass by Cam Etchison either.
That's true.
4:32 to go first half. Ravens lead it by 24 here at home. Pass goes to Degalato. This is Manning. Manning still looking to get going. That'll be a foul against the Ravens, and that'll bring us to a immediate timeout. Independence' leading scorer and best three-point shooter has been held to no points so far tonight and has missed every 3 she's taken. Ravens leading 33-9. We're back in 60 seconds here on US 98 and the Red Raven Sports Network.
Is Meat Mountain, and up there on the summit awaits the all-new Filet-O-Lay Steak Bowl from Taco Mayo. A heaping bowl filled with Mexican favorites and literally erupting with filet mignon. The Filet-O-Lay Steak Bowl can be yours if you make it past Chuck Steak Canyon and the deadly sirloin abyss. Filet mignon beckons, my friend, on the meaty, mighty pinnacle of beefdom. The Filet-O-Lay Steak Bowl from Taco Mayo. Welcome to Meat Mountain.
Think you have to drive to the big city to get your best deal on a vehicle? Think again. And think Perky's Used Cars in Coffeyville. A 2009 Nissan Rogue 4-wheel drive crossover, just $59.95. Or a 2016 Chevy Traverse SUV, only $89.98. View the full inventory right now at Perky'sUsedCars.com.
You'll pay less when you come by and see me, Al Perky, at Perky's Used Cars. We're a mile and a half west.
I'm glad Scott pays attention to the time checks because I never do.
Yeah.
Lady Raven basketball here on US 98 and the Red Raven Sports Network. Shea Neal here on US 98 and the Red Raven Sports Network. Shea Neal, Chris Freund alongside with you. Tuesday night Jayhawk action. Ravens lead at 33-9, trying to get off to an 8-0 start to the season. Chris, I can't speak for the committee that votes as Tiani Johnson's shot no good. Yulee pulls down the rebound. But if the Ravens win this one tonight convincingly, they may have a number next to their name when they play Hutchinson next week.
I don't see how they couldn't based on everything that's happened so far in the season. And you have a 0 at the loss column. Come on.
Willis kicks to Etchison. Etchison back to Willis, winds up for 3 and a little short. Rebound pulled down by Independence. And one of only 3 unbeatens left in this conference, and the other 2, Chris, are number 1 in the nation and number 6 in the nation. So pretty good basketball team.
Yeah, I'd say so. Goodness.
3:47 to go, and a slash no good and out of bounds. It was Asmin Tannen on the attack. Ravens with strong defense there.
Coffeyville hasn't played slouch competition. I mean, they've played some really good teams in this first 8 games.
I will say, as the Ravens bring the ball up here, this is Camden Etchison swinging it left to Camry Johnson. I've been really impressed so far tonight with Tiani Johnson of the Pirates because, Chris, as you know, the posts on this team are very good. As 3 for Camry Johnson up and short. And Johnson pulls down the rebound. Alexis Parker, Lena Yulee, Karis Washington, a lot of good talent on this team. I don't think she's come out of this game tonight. They don't have a ton of depth at Independence right now with some injuries and stuff. Johnson stayed in there, and I think she's held her own very well against some really good basketball players that probably have a little more college experience than her.
No doubt about it.
And, of course, she played at a very high level at Independence, so she's not accustomed to, or she's not, unfamiliar with playing big minutes in big games. Willis fakes the 3. Under 3 to go in this second quarter. Well, there's another member of that Bulldog team, Cam Etchison. Hands it off to Parker. Ball fake. Johnson tries for 3 again. A little strong on that time. Overcorrected there. A little short on the first one, a little long on the second one.
Just a little bit. And
find that middle ground and you'll drain it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
2:40 to go first half. Ravens up 24 here at home.
Almost called it the 3 Bears of basketball there, Shea.
There you go.
Too hot, too cold, just right.
The 3 Bears of basketball. Johnson goes up. Baker and Parker with good defense, but it's cleaned up by Asmin Tannen. Makes it 33-11. Another score for the Pirates. Of course, we will have the men's game immediately following this one as Coach Stedman's team on the men's side, Chris, for ICC, much improved from last year. I think game 2 of our doubleheader is going to be a really fun contest.
Yeah, it really is. Looking forward to that matchup.
Pirates have the basketball. Jazzy Manning after the Ravens turned it over. Here's Micah Chambers. Micah hands it off to DeGalato. Now Manning thought about the triple. Jazzy Manning still trying to get going offensively. Chambers winds up for 3 and missed it.
I wonder if she'd ever be a part of the Manning cast. Peyton, Eli, Jazzy. Why not?
The forgotten Manning.
Yeah.
I think that'd be fun. Aspen Clarkson back in. That would be a fun way for them to do a Manning cast one night. It's just nothing but Mannings hopping on the broadcast.
Why not?
Just different Mannings. We can get Danny Manning from the old Clippers teams.
Right.
Maybe get Archie Manning to stop by, the Texas quarterback.
Yeah, why not?
Alexis Parker goes up strong. Tough finish.
Wow.
Alexis Parker. Hey, that ankle may not be 100%, but that finish at the rim, that was 100%.
Yeah, no doubt. The shot is still there, no doubt.
35-11. Manning backs up. Ravens lead it by 24. Now Manning attacking, hands it off to Tannen. 1:02 to go, first half. Clarkson staying in front of Tannen. Tannen with a ball fake, nowhere to go. Got to get rid of it. And now finally gets a pass to Manning. Manning getting into the baseline, back to Tannen. Nice give and go, but couldn't finish at the rim. And a foul against the Pirates. Not a lot of fouls called in this second quarter, Chris. That's just the 3rd total.
And luckily, you could say that with just 50 seconds to go in the first half.
I lean that. I'm the same way with referees in football. I understand that, obvious calls you got to call.
Right.
But I lean towards the let them play versus the call everything kind of mentality. If a receiver and a cornerback are both pushing each other to try to get to the football, I say let them go.
Right.
Willis, cross-court pass to Johnson. Nice fake by Camry. Hands it off to Alexis. Goes back to work. Etchison, good look for 3. Got it! Camden Etchison Ravens 38-11. Shot clock off. 25 seconds left in the first half. That's a great-looking jump shot there from Cam Etchison.
Yeah, that was an excellent shot. Pretty much wide open and made the shot.
And I think that's the key to Etchison's next step as a player. Manning's 3 short. Rebound, Johnson wrestling with it with Camry Johnson. And a jump ball will give it to the Ravens with 9.4 left. But I think that's the next step for Cam, Chris. I'm sure she'd tell you the same thing, is she's got a lot of great basketball IQ already. She's got good court vision. If she gets more confident with that jump shot, she's going to be probably a starting point guard for this team at some point.
Oh, absolutely. There's no doubt about it.
Etchison winds up again. This time pressure comes, throws it up off the side of the backboard. No good. And we have halftime here in Coffeyville. Ravens roll to a first-half lead of 38-11. Lady Ravens trying to get to 8-0. They're off to a strong start here tonight. Let's take a 4-minute timeout. We'll take a little longer one because I want to go get a water bottle. So selfishly, I'm going to take a 4-minute timeout. When we come back, we'll go over first-half stats and get you some scores from around the conference. We're back in 4 minutes with the Solutions North Bank Red Raven halftime show here on US 98 and the Red Raven Sports Network.
Their own home. Specializing in working with Medicaid patients, Windsor Place At-Home Care has supportive home care and all the resources to help make staying at home a reality. Find out more about what Windsor Place At-Home Care can do for you. Visit windsorplace.net.
In a life-threatening emergency, physicians matter. That's why at Coffeyville Regional Medical Center, we staff our emergency room with emergency medicine physicians 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. ER physicians at CRMC have access to general surgeons, specialists, medical imaging, lab services, and the technology needed in an emergency, all right here. If you are faced with a life-threatening emergency, insist on the best and say, "Take me to CRMC."
I'm Adam Vanderlinden, General Manager of Imperial Vending. Imperial has already started investing into what was Stevens Vending by bringing in new walk-in coolers, walk-in freezers, new truck dock, and putting out 250 brand new vending machines. They're going to also invest another $1 million into this area with all brand new route trucks. True commitment to the community, and it's created in this location. It's created 3 new jobs. Imperial Vending, world-class service.
When you or your loved ones need help, you can rely on Medical Lodges. For more than 50 years, Medical Lodges has been serving the area with multiple skilled nursing facilities, assisted living facilities, and home health locations in Kansas. They even have facilities in Missouri and Oklahoma. Services include rehabilitation, adult daycare, and home health assistance. You and your loved ones can lead enhanced lives with the caring and loving hands of the compassionate staff at Medical Lodges.
Buying a home? Refinancing? Apply for a home loan anywhere with Solutions North Bank, formerly Community State Bank. Community State Bank online mortgage tool is easy to use. You can be approved in minutes. And Solutions North Bank lenders are always ready to answer any questions that you may have. Visit ourlocalbank.com on your computer or mobile device and get started today. Solutions North Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
This holiday season, unwrap the gift of education with Coffeyville Community College. Enrollment for spring 2025 opens November 18th with classes beginning January 8th, or get a head start on our fall intercession courses beginning December 16th. Whether you're catching up, getting ahead, or discovering something new, CCC has a course for you. Connect with our student success team at studentsuccess@coffeyville.edu.
It is truck season at Roman Chevrolet in Independence. Drive away in a 2024 Chevy Silverado 1500 for 1.9% APR and no monthly payments for 90 days when you finance through GM Financing. Roman Chevrolet has a very large selection of pre-owned vehicles and new inventory arriving daily. Romans pays more for your trade-in, too. Shop the #1 dealership in Southeast Kansas or visit us online at romanchevrolet.com. Roman Chevrolet at 2313 Main in Independence. Chevrolet, together, let's drive.
Stay tuned. Second half action is coming up just around the corner. Now it's time for the Solutions North Bank Red Raven Halftime Show with a live look at first half stats, scores around the conference, and the keys to the second half. This is an exclusive production of KUSN Radio Sports, the Solutions Red Raven Halftime Show on US 98.
Halftime here at Nellis Hall. Lady Ravens lead it 38-11 over the Independence Pirates. And little man, hit the shot clock.
Oops.
Wow. That's coming out of your paycheck, buddy.
Don't they get like $100 or something like that? He might be paying for the shot clock out of that.
I don't know. No allowance for you this month. It's going to replace the shot clock.
Oops.
Oh, that's funny. Hey, it was a good effort.
It really was, yeah.
Hey, if you're going to be participating in the half-court challenge, you got to overshoot it versus undershoot it. You got to make sure that at the very least, if you don't hit the shot, you show the crowd that you got a little strength.
Yeah, exactly.
So if you're gonna miss it, overdo it.
Right.
That's my thought.
At least hit the backboard.
Right. That's my thought. Don't you think?
Yeah, I would.
If you short arm it and it doesn't even hit the net, then people just think you're weak.
Yeah, exactly.
People don't think you can do it.
Yeah, and no weakness.
If you hit the backboard, it's like, oh, he can do it. He just didn't hit it.
Right, exactly.
So that's how you want to leave this thing. You want Coach Herc thinking, if he gets 10 shots, he might hit one.
Exactly. Yeah.
If you don't hit the net or the backboard or anything like that, Coach Herc goes, no chance.
Yeah, no chance.
Let's look at first half stats here. Big thanks to Solutions North Bank for sponsoring the halftime show. Ravens shoot 46% in that first half, and Chris, stop me if you've heard this before. The Raven defense.
Stop. Oh, wait.
They did it again.
Yeah,
they hold Independence to 3 of 25 shooting. That's 12% for those of you mathematicians at home. And also forced 14 turnovers. Still losing the rebound battle 22-19. That's the big thing that I critique in this first half. You can't allow 10 offensive rebounds in a first half. If they cut down on that offensive rebound total for the Pirates, it's been a really, really good performance tonight for Coffeyville.
No doubt about it. And I'm kind of wondering, trying to remember how many offensive rebounds led to the second chance points. So I'm guessing at least 4 second chance points in that first half. So
here we have it. Let's see.
We did
7 second chance points.
Wow. So there you go. Without the second chance points, Independence would be 4-6 points. So, those are big in that first half.
Leading the way for the Independence Pirates, 5 points for Asmin Tannen, as well as 5 rebounds. 3.7 rebounds for Tiani Johnson, as well as 2 points for Micah Chambers. 1 point for Jazzy Manning on 0 of 7 shooting in that first half. Chris, Jazzy Manning and Tiani Johnson never came out of the game, and Manning's been their best outside scorer all year long. Ravens have caught a break that she's 0 of 4 from downtown and 0 of 7 overall in that first half.
I could be wrong, but I have a feeling that's not going to last in the second half. I think somehow she's going to come out of that shooting funk that she's in and get a couple of those to fall.
I would agree with that. Ravens leading the way is 10 for Carly Parker. Carly's averaging 12 a game so far in conference play, looking like she's going to hit that points per game total again here tonight. Also for the Ravens in that first half, 8 points for Aubrey Highshaw on 4 of 5 shooting. Chris, that's been a big thing with me with Aubrey is she's gotten good looks. She's gotten great opportunities. She looks the part, but the efficiency hasn't quite been there at times this year. 4 of 5, 8 points, 4 rebounds, couple steals, 3 of them to be exact. That's the Aubrey Highshaw this team wants moving forward.
Yeah, that excites me to see those stats from her in the first half.
No doubt about it. Also for the Ravens in that first half, 7 for Karis Washington, 5 for Olivia Littlecook as well, and 3 for Cam Etchison. Ravens again trailing in the rebound battle 22-19, but the Ravens have dished out 11 assists, only 4 turnovers, and 13 steals. Independence 14 turnovers. They have 2 steals in that first half, both of them actually by Jazzy Manning. So there you go. One player has both of your steals. How about that?
That is interesting.
Looking around the conference tonight, we do have a couple games in action already on the women's side. Garden City over Fort Hays Tech Northwest, 87-47. Of course, the Ravens will be heading out to Garden City next Saturday for a date with the Bronkbusters. That Garden City girls team now 2-1 in Jayhawk play. It's going to be a tough team, and especially to play them in their house. It'll be next week will be a tough challenge for the Ravens to go to Hutch and Garden City.
Oh yeah, You back-to-back show, yeah. That's going to be fun, that's for sure.
No doubt about it. Colby down big to Hutch at halftime. Speaking of the Blue Dragons, 41-11. Hutch just had to one-up us by adding 3 more points to their halftime total. Leave it to Hutchinson, right? But they're up 41-11 on Colby. Dodge City up 32-16 on the Cali Tigers out in Arc City. A little bit later tonight, we'll also see Butler and Seward County out in Liberal. And Barton and Cloud County just underway. Cloud leads that one 9-5. Barton really struggling this year so far, 4-4 and 0-2 in Jayhawk Conference play. Not what we're accustomed to seeing from the Barton Cougars. They'll try to get a win in Cloud County tonight, but that Cloud County team unbeaten so far in Jayhawk play.
Yeah, that could be a tougher victory, than what you think.
On the men's side, Garden City gets a 97-89 win over the Fort Hays Tech Tigers. And holding on there for that one. Garden gets their first conference win of the year. On the men's side, they're now 5-3 on the season. Another tough basketball team there. But tonight we'll also see Butler Seward, again, Independence Coffeyville. On the men's side, Dodge Cali, Colby Hutch, Barton Cloud County. So a lot of great action going on in the Jayhawk tonight. And then coming up tomorrow, KCK will be the only game on Wednesday. So that's a look at your scores around the conference. And, of course, Chris, if you live under a rock, the Red Raven football team, co-conference champions for the first time since 2021. 9-2, number 7 in the nation. What a first year for Nick Dobler. And they'll be playing in the Champs Heart of Texas Bowl. They accepted that invitation today. They will be playing the number 6 Navarro Bulldogs. So number 6 in the nation against number 7 in the nation. That's a pretty fun matchup to end the year for the Red Ravens.
No doubt about it, and it was great to see them accept that and move along and go ahead to Texas. But I tell you what excites me the most about that is the fact that you guys are going to be there to broadcast that game.
No doubt about it. We'll be heading down to Texas for that game coming up next Saturday, and we'll have that on the mighty 690 KGGF for you. So Red Raven football will be on the AM station next Saturday. Red Raven basketball against Garden City will be uninterrupted on US 98. So for all you Red Raven basketball fans, don't worry, we have you covered, and I would like to thank in advance. He doesn't know this yet because I haven't reached out to him officially yet to ask this favor, but I know he's going to say yes. That's how confident I am. Shout out to Colby Van Camp, the voice of the Garden City Bronkbusters. Good friend of mine, good friend of the station. We're going to be using his broadcast for all of you Red Raven fans next weekend because obviously I'm going to be in Texas calling a football game. So big thanks to Colby. Again, he doesn't know because I haven't reached out to him yet, but I'm so confident he'll say yes that I'm going to thank him up front.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I think it's going to happen.
It's a good excuse, right?
Yeah, it is.
Well, it's the same thing I told the Colby guys. It's like, hey, would love to be out there, love covering this basketball team, but our football team is playing for a conference championship today. You understand, right? And they're like, yeah, we get it. Right. And it's going to be the same thing. I'm going to be with Colby, bro. Would have loved to gone to Garden this year. A fun place to play, a fun matchup for the Ravens and the Bronkbusters, but our football team's playing the number 6 team in the nation down in Texas. You get it, right?
Yeah, I would think.
And I think he'll get it.
Yeah, I would think so.
It is our Red Raven halftime show brought to you by Solutions North Bank. Ravens lead at 38-11 over the Independence Pirates. Second half coming up in 3 minutes here on US 98 and the Red Raven Sports Network. Don't go anywhere. We're back in 3.
With the area's largest selection of in-stock carpet, luxury vinyl plank, tile, area rugs, and more in many styles, brands, and colors. New furniture always brightens a home. We have a great selection of furniture, including sofa sets, recliners, and mattresses. Economy to premium, in stock and ready to brighten your home. Shop now at your local Derailed Commodity Flooring and Furniture, Brazelton in Independence, Kansas, and Joplin and Butler, Missouri.
Taco Mayo's new Filet Olé Steak Bowl is piled high with filet mignon.
It's filet mignon.
A heaping bowl loaded with refried beans, Mexicali rice, cheddar jack sour cream, and tender filet mignon.
It's filet mignon.
Filet mignon. Filet mignon.
Filet mignon. Filet mignon.
Savor the juicy Filet Olé Steak Bowl stacked with filet mignon and only from Taco Mayo.
That's a wrap.
No, that's a bowl.
Think you have to drive to the big city to get your best deal on a vehicle? Think again. And think Perky's Used Cars in Coffeyville. A 2009 Nissan Rogue 4-wheel drive crossover, just $59.95. Or a 2016 Chevy Traverse SUV, only $89.98. View the full inventory right now at Perky'sUsedCars.com.
You'll pay less when you come by and see me, Al Perky, at Perky's Used Cars. We're a mile and a half west of the Woodshed on State Line Road. Perky'sUsedCars.com.
Peace of mind. That's what you get when you or a family member can stay in your home when health issues arise. Windsor Place At-Home Care makes staying at home possible. Whether it's a disability, aging, or illness, Windsor Place At-Home Care has the staff and resources to properly support you in the comfort and familiarity of your own home. Specializing in working with Medicaid patients providing in-home support and care, Windsor Place At-Home Care is there for you. Find out more, visit windsorplace.net.
When you choose Coffeyville Regional Medical Center, our dedicated team of surgeons, anesthesia, nurses, and other medical professionals are focused on you and your health. Our board-certified general surgeons provide expert surgical care close to home. From a routine colonoscopy to a life-saving mastectomy, the general surgeons at CRMC are equipped to handle many types of surgical procedures. For more information, call CRMC Medical Group at 620-252-1639.
I'm Adam Vanderlinden, General Manager of Imperial Vending. We cover all the way to Pittsburgh, Kansas, Iola, Kansas, Fredonia, Kansas, and Caney, Kansas, and all of the towns in between. We also serve micro markets, vending, or coffee service. We offer office coffee, hydration programs. A lot of businesses will just buy pallets of water from us. We sell pallets of water and we deliver them. We also have Powerade, Gatorade, electrolyte powders, and electrolyte freezer pops. Imperial Vending, world-class service.
Ravens up 38-11 as we get the second half started here at Nellis Hall. I'm Shane Hill. What is that?
I didn't realize how dirty these were.
Oh, mine are probably no better.
These are gross. My glasses, folks.
I was going to say we're talking about glasses. That's probably good to clarify.
Yeah, not a bad idea.
Ravens up 27, second half underway here at Nellis Hall. Jazzy Manning hands it off to Mackenzie DeGalato. Pirates looking to take some big momentum here in the second half. And that's their leading scorer in Asmund Donen, handing it off to Johnson. Now 10 to shoot, Manning. And Ravens doing a nice job defending the perimeter, not really letting the Pirates attack. And Tonnen, jump ball, possession arrow goes to the Ravens. So Independence doesn't even get a shot off on their first possession of the second half. Can't play much better defense than that.
No, that's for sure. That is for sure. Great tie up there by Highshaw.
Coffeyville now 19 minutes away from an 8-0 start as they go to Hutchinson next Wednesday night to battle the #1 team in the nation, the Blue Dragons. Erika Welch, nice extra feed to Highshaw, who's fouled on the way up. That is such a selfless pass. I had to make sure I said selfless, not selfish. Selfless pass by Narika Welch. Got the ball at the free throw line, could have very easily put up a shot. She's been struggling with her shot. I wouldn't have blamed her for trying to get going. But saw the better pass down low to Highshaw. That's a team player right there, Narika Welch.
No doubt about it. We'll see if
first free throw for Highshaw, no good.
I wasn't going to say anything there. I didn't want to be the jinx, Shay.
I understand that completely. When you've been the jinx as many times as I have, you kind of become numb to it. Second free throw, nothing but net for Highshaw.
Still uncomfortably no, not comfortably no, but yeah. I get it.
Highshaw able to get her fourth steal of the night right there, but then throws it right back to Jazzy Manning. Down low, DeGalato blocked by Highshaw. How about that? You know you made a good play when an assistant coach gets off the bench screaming.
Yeah, no doubt.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah. Kind of made up for the turnover to get the block, and
I feel like that would be my goal as a basketball player, is to get like somebody like Jay Herkelman to like you have a play so good that Herc pops up and goes and one.
No doubt, yeah. I think I could retire.
I was gonna say that might be my last game.
Exactly.
Like I don't know if you could top that. I don't think being the first overall pick in the NBA draft beats that.
No, I don't think so.
Up ahead, Karis Washington in transition lays it in. 41 for the Ravens. Nice assist there from Narika Welch. And Karis having another solid performance here. Her third straight game where she's really looked the part. And they need Karis to beat her best for Hutch next week.
No doubt about it. And a steal. Still great defense there by Coffeyville.
Aspen Clarkson defense. Coach Turner, very big, Chris, on defense. Always needs to be there every single night. So far through 8 games, it's been there every single night.
No doubt.
Carly down low to Highshaw. Aubrey goes to work. Nice move to split the double team. Missed the shot. Washington cleans it up. That's a dynamic duo right there.
Yeah. Great shot by Highshaw. Just didn't go in, but a nice cleanup.
Karis Washington may be the best in the Jayhawk. It's just what you saw right there.
Exactly.
Just sitting under the basket, getting the rebound, going back up and scoring.
Nope, it didn't go in. Okay, I'll put it in.
I got you.
Yeah, no worries. We got this.
Micah Chambers, that one deflected, stolen by Narika Welch. Narika coming in transition and lays it in with the scoop. 45-11, Coffeyville rolling at home in game one of our doubleheader.
Nice steal and score right there.
And I said this on, I think, the opening week of the season as Tonning goes up no good, but a foul called late. She'll go to the free throw line. But Blaine Thornton does not agree. Just the immediate head shake. I could tell how you were feeling about that one. But, Chris, I said it on opening weekend. I'll say it again here tonight because Narika Welch not scoring the ball at a high level right now. And Narika would be the first to tell you that. And I think that, what makes her such a talented player is that layup up and good for Tonning. But I think that the fact that she can still play elite defense, the fact that she has such great court vision, that she brings great size, brings great versatility. Narika Welch, even on nights where she isn't scoring the basketball, there's a nice pass to Karis, who gets her own rebound and scores it. Narika Welch is still impacting this team positively every single night.
Yeah, and it's one of those things where you know that the shot is eventually going to get there, so you just add that shot to what she's already doing.
We saw the shot there the first week of the season.
Yeah,
it's just about finding that groove back.
Yeah.
And I think that is the sign of a truly elite basketball player, Chris, because there's a foul that'll send Independence to the free throw line. Any player can be a star when they're hitting their shot. When you're knocking down shots, when you're scoring the basketball, yeah, you're an important piece of the basketball team. That's the truth for anybody. What makes a truly great player, and the reason why I think Justin Taylor is so important for the men's team, is when your shot isn't falling, when you can still play defense, when you can still make great passes, still rebound the basketball, still be a good teammate, a good captain, a good leader.
Right.
That's the hard stuff, and that's something that both Narika Welch and Justin Taylor and other guys and other players on both of these teams really do well, and that's what makes these teams so tough.
Yeah, that's one of the. I'll finish that here in a little bit, but that's one of the things that makes Coffeyville so special on both sides of the ball.
Aspen Clarkson trying to get to the baseline, trying to hand it off to Highshaw, out of bounds, last touched by Independence.
It just seems like Coach Turner and Coach Herkelman have that knack of finding those players that can be great on the court and great off the court, great leaders.
And the culture, the standard and culture has been set here at CCC. If you're not a good person, if you're not going to be a good teammate, you are not going to play here. Aspen Clarkson, scoop shot is good. Nice finish by the freshman out of Stillwater.
Did I see a finger roll right there? That was nice.
He did.
Wow.
Little AI in that scoop shot there.
No doubt.
Narika Welch jumps the pass. Another steal for the Raven defense. Welch coming the other way. Stops on a dime. Puts it up. No. Offensive rebound. Carly Parker and finishes the work. It's just something about those, it runs in the Parker family, just making big plays on the basketball court.
Coffeyville doing a better job of getting the offensive boards and the putbacks in the second half.
Now, here's going to be a fun storyline to follow. And as Yulie and Alexis move to the scores table, Carly up ahead in transition will lay it in. Of course, Chris, I'm sure you remember from 2 seasons ago, the Mafua sisters at Dodge City. Jenna Rose and Leah Mafua, 2 of the best players in all of junior college basketball, helped lead them to a 27-5 season or something like that.
Right.
2 of the best sisters I've ever seen on the same team. I'm curious how good the Parker sisters can get together. Can they reach the Mafua territory? I think they can.
I think they can, too. I don't see why they wouldn't, honestly.
Timeout here on the court. We'll take a quick one as well. We're back in 30 seconds with the Ravens up 40 here at home on US 98 and the Red Raven Sports Network.
Your loved ones need help, you can rely on Medical Lodges. For more than 50 years, Medical Lodges has been serving the area with multiple skilled nursing facilities, assisted living facilities, and home health locations in Kansas. They even have facilities in Missouri and Oklahoma. Services include rehabilitation, adult daycare, and home health assistance. You and your loved ones can lead enhanced lives with the caring and loving hands of the compassionate staff at Medical Lodges.
Ravens up 53-13 here from Nellis Hall. I'm Shady Hill, Christopher Wendell alongside with me. Jayhawk basketball on US 98 and the Red Raven Sports Network. I know I'm biased, Chris, being my 3rd season as the voice of the Ravens, but I don't think there's much better you could do on a Tuesday night in Coffeyville, on a Saturday afternoon in Coffeyville, than be having fun with a couple hundred of your closest friends and watching some Red Raven basketball.
Oh, there's no doubt. This is the best place to be. This is the only place to be on a Tuesday night in Coffeyville.
No doubt about it. Jazzy Manning gets the inbounds pass.
Are you going to watch another episode of Chopped, like a rerun? No, don't do that. Come here.
You can watch Chopped when you get home at night.
That is true.
I think the Indy got away with a travel there. 3 no good for Tannen, and the rebound taken by Chambers, wrestling forward on the ground. And Coach Price likes the hustle there. It'll stay with the Pirates. Again, I think, what we're seeing with the ICC girls tonight, Chris, very similar to what we saw at the ICC boys last year. A coach that got hired very late in the cycle, of course, Rob Beckman departing the program, and didn't really get the opportunity to recruit the players they wanted, and they were kind of, left with the cupboard, if you will, for when they take over with just a couple. Coach Price, I believe, took over like 2 months before the season started. And Coach Stedman struggled last year in his first year, and now he's got a really talented team that's competing in this conference. I think it's going to be the same thing with Coach Price. They may have their struggles this year, but I think by the end of this season, and especially in the next year, this Pirates team is going to be much improved under Coach Price.
Oh, absolutely. They're just laying the groundwork. They're laying the foundation this season, and better times are ahead for this Independence team.
Yuli's jump shot no good. Parker on the glass. Goes back up, no. Alexis gets a rebound again, and third try no good. Rebound taken by Jazzy Manning.
One of the few times this half that offensive rebound hasn't led to points.
Manning all the way inside, fouled. Pardon me, that wasn't Manning. That was once again Asmin Tannen. Tannen's really looked good tonight. I think, obviously Manning would tell you that her jump shot hasn't been there the way she's wanted it to, but I think Tannen has really stepped up on a night where, in a season where Independence, they're still looking for players of who are going to be our top offensive pieces. And I think Tannen's showing it could be me.
Absolutely it could.
Timeout on the floor. We'll take another quick one here in the booth. Ravens up 53-13. We're back in 30 seconds on US 98 and the Red Raven Sports Network.
Looking for a bank that understands your individual needs? We have the solution. At Solutions North Bank, formerly Community State Bank, we offer a variety of accounts to fit a variety of lifestyles and needs. Call Solutions North Bank at 620-251-1313 or stop by our Coffeyville location at 1414 West 11th Street and speak to a new accounts representative today. It's the SNB way. Solutions North Bank, member FDIC.
Ravens up 53-13, 4:41 to go in this third quarter. Shane Neal, Chris Freund, alongside with you here from Nellis Hall.
Can we change your name just for one game to like Chef Neal?
So, for those that are wondering what the heck we're talking about, I was challenged by a few of our friends at KGGF to cook a 4-course Thanksgiving meal using only items I found from Dollar Tree, an air fryer, a hot plate, and a microwave. I didn't even use the microwave, by the way. And I came up with a pumpkin pie and an air fryer that ended up somehow tasting good.
Really good.
Stuffing finished with a turkey gravy. We also did some cranberry sauce. We also did some turkey that I finished with some 4-cheese mashed potatoes. And I think I proved my worth in the kitchen today.
Yes, you definitely did. And if you were listening to US 98, I was giving him a hard time all morning about it. I had to literally eat my words.
Well, you were the first one to finish your plate.
Yes, I was. Of course, that's pretty normal around my house, at least according to my waistline.
1 out of 2 free throws for Tannen. It's now 53-14. Hallie Kitchen kick to the corner. Good look for Little Cook. Sets the feet and a little strong on the shot. Rebound collected by Alexis Parker. And Parker double dribble. Shot will not count. Alexis not happy about that one. Again, we talked about Tiani Johnson in that first half, Chris, and having to go up against all these talented post players. If I'm a freshman in the Jayhawk Conference, I'm looking forward to this opportunity of going up against Lena Yulee and Alexis Parker and Karis Washington, because I can't think of a better group of players to go up against and, get better. Because if you can figure out a way to slow down Karis Washington, you're doing something right on defense.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, you're going up against some great players, and and you'll be able to test your strengths and weaknesses and find out where you need to improve and what you're doing great. So, yeah, I'd love to go up against those.
Hallie Kitchen Hallie Kitchen draws the foul against Micah Chambers. It's now Raven basketball leading by 39 here late third quarter. Kick to the corner, Hallie Kitchen. Nice pass to Parker, back to Little Cook. Extra pass to Baker, winds up for three. Ava a little strong. Parker able to pull down a rebound. That is a tough rebound, and Parker goes up and finishes it.
That's being strong right there. That's getting a nice offensive rebound and putting it back.
That's a play that Alexis Parker, Karis Washington, Aubrey Highshaw, copy-paste for when you're playing Butler, when you're playing Barton, when you're playing Hutch. Plays like that is how you beat the best teams in this league.
No doubt. No doubt.
55-14, Red Ravens lead at 3:20 to go in this third quarter. Jazzy Manning's pass down low to Johnson. Johnson trying to get around Parker, had it poked. 3 Pirates on the floor battling for the basketball. And a jump ball called. That'll give it to the Ravens. Of course, game 2 of our doubleheader will be coming up immediately following this one. We'll hear from our US 98 player of the game in the post-game show. Some options here tonight. Could go Alexis Parker, could go with Aubrey Highshaw. I mean, again, another night where I'm glad I don't have to make the decision.
Yeah, thank goodness.
In football, I have to make the decision. It's tough sometimes. I'm glad in basketball the coaches do it for me.
Yeah, that's always a good thing.
That one poked, stolen by Little Cook. Baker up ahead to Olivia. And Olivia hands it off to Hallie Kitchen. Man, that's a selfless play right there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Little Cook could have gotten a breakaway layup, hands it off to Hallie Kitchen, and lets her teammate have the 2 points. So 57-14, 2.5 to play in this third quarter. Aubrey Highshaw, Camry Johnson, Erika Welch, Cam Etchison, and Kaylin Willis all moved to the scorer's table. So we're going to have mass substitutions for Tony Turner. That shot in and out. Rebound Alexis Parker. Up ahead, Little Cook. Nice play to slow down and find that basketball. Olivia kicks to the corner. Kitchen winds up for 3. Little short. Rebound collected again by Alexis Parker. No. Third try, no. Out of bounds. Last touch by the Ravens.
That was a nice tip by Baker to Parker to get that offensive board to try for that second chance point.
You see that wrap on Alexis's ankle here as she goes to the sideline. So obviously her and Coach Turner are not lying about that.
Right.
But I mean, she doesn't look hurt out there. I'll tell you that.
No.
And I think that just speaks to her toughness. You know, the fact that she can still go out there and be a key piece in a basketball game when she's clearly not 100%. That's hard to do.
Yeah, I couldn't do that, that's for sure.
I've definitely, my athletic career, Chris, was a long time ago. But I remember games where my shoulder was sore or, I had rolled my ankle trying to steal a base or something like that. I didn't want to play the next day.
No.
I didn't want to play. No doubt about it.
Right.
Floater in the lane, a foul called that'll send the Pirates to the free throw line.
I remember when they were, when I was playing basketball and I couldn't even make it in the peach basket.
That'll be on Cam Etchison. It sends Jazzy Manning to the free throw line. I do, of course, on our sister station, the Mighty 690, Manning's first free throw good. Kansas State just finished up playing in the Virgin Islands at the Paradise Jam.
Right.
The Dayton Flyers, my good friend Parker Testa is the host of their pregame show. They're playing out in Maui. And so all of their games are like 1:30 in the morning, and he's having to not sleep the next couple days. I do not envy him.
No doubt.
I'm glad that K-State didn't go play in Maui.
Yeah, really.
Kick to the corner. Good look for Camry Johnson. That 3 a little strong. Rebound collected by Manning. It's 57-15. 1:15 to go in this third quarter. Manning, nice behind the back move. Etchison stays in front. Back to Jazzy Manning on the right wing. 1:05 to go, third quarter. And this is now DiGalato. Going to work now is Tanneman. And a foul called there. That'll send, once again, Asmund Tannen to the free throw line. That'll be on Aubrey Highshaw. So Ravens have gotten a little sloppy with the fouls here late in the third quarter.
That was kind of a late whistle.
It was a late whistle. I can't speak for Coach Turner, Chris, but I think he's probably pretty happy that even up by 42 late in the third quarter, it seems like his team's still playing very, very hard on the defensive end.
Oh, you got so many players who can make a difference, not only offensively but defensively.
And I mean, you just hit the nail on the head right there. The depth of this team, where you have Etchison and Johnson and Welch and all these players come in that are still fresh and haven't, played 25 minutes tonight. And they can come out and they can keep that intensity, keep that press. And that's tough. I mean, that's as Willis, nice floater there, nothing but net. That's the trademark, though, Chris, of a good team. A lot of teams in this league, almost every team in this league has 4 or 5 good players. The truly elite ones have 9 or 10 good players.
Yeah, no doubt. No doubt about it. Coffeyville showing off their depth tonight.
59-15, about a 9-second difference between shot clock and game clock here. And this is Tanum for the Pirates, guarded by Caitlin Willis. It's a little bit of a zone look here for Coffeyville. Tanum, nice attack, and scores again. Asmund Tanum's on a nice night for Independence. 59-17. Willis, 7 seconds to shoot. Johnson, cross-court pass. Welch, good look for the sophomore. Narika, a little strong on that one. Chance to get a shot off. Aubrey Highshaw couldn't get it. And the third quarter comes to an end. Ravens 59, Pirates 17. We go to the fourth. Ravens 10 minutes away from an 8-0 showdown with the Hutchinson Blue Dragons. We're back in 60 seconds on US 98 and the Red Raven Sports Network.
With Coffeyville Community College. Enrollment for spring 2025 opens November 18th with classes beginning January 8th, or get a head start on our fall intercession courses beginning December 16th. Whether you're catching up, getting ahead, or discovering something new, CCC has a course for you. Connect with our student success team at studentsuccess@coffeyville.edu.
It is truck season at Roman Chevrolet in Independence. Drive away in a 2024 Chevy Silverado 1500 for 1.9% APR and no monthly payments for 90 days when you finance through GM Financing. Roman Chevrolet has a very large selection of pre-owned vehicles and new inventory arriving daily. Romans pays more for your trade-in, too. Shop the #1 dealership in Southeast Kansas or visit us online at romanchevrolet.com. Roman Chevrolet at 2313 Main in Independence. Chevrolet, together, let's drive.
Ravens lead at 59-17 as we go to the fourth quarter here at Nellis Hall. Shane Neal, Chris Freund alongside with you. Coffeyville sending out Kaylin Willis, Narika Welch, Camden Etchison, Camry Johnson, and Aubrey Highshaw. That's the 5 out there here as we get the fourth quarter started in game 1 of our doubleheader. And they work it to the right wing to Jazzy Manning, the top outside scorer for the Pirates. That one deflected, stolen by Narika Welch. Welch coming the other way. What a dime to Willis. And it rolls off, but Highshaw there to clean it up.
How many steals is that for Welch? Got to be 5 or so, I believe.
Yeah, I think you're right. I mean, she's just played a truly elite perimeter defense from opening night this year. A lot of good defenders on this team, and Narika might be the best one.
No doubt.
Pass down low. This is Tiani Johnson. And that pass through the arms of the point guard, Degalado. 9:21 to go. Of course, immediately following this one, we'll have the men's game between the Ravens and the Pirates. Independence comes into tonight 4-3 on the men's side, and the Ravens 5-2. So a fun little matchup there in game number 2. Narika Welch. Willis winds up for 3, left it off the right side of the rim. Highshaw with another offensive rebound. Camry Johnson, handoff to Etchison. Etchison down low to Highshaw. Highshaw goes to work, goes up, and in and out. This is definitely one of the better performances Aubrey Highshaw's had this year, Chris.
I absolutely love to see this.
Nearly stolen again by Narika Welch. I almost feel like when you come out of a timeout, is that one stolen by Camry Johnson, and you see that Narika Welch is going to be defending you, it's almost like when Scottie Pippen is Johnson and one. What a finish.
Wow.
Camry Johnson. But it almost feels like when you come out of a timeout and you see that Narika Welch is going to be guarding you, it had to have felt how, like, Joe Dumars and Isaiah Thomas felt in the 90s when they see Scottie Pippens on them.
Right.
Like, oh, come on.
Yeah, Gary Payton type.
Right. When Darrell Revis is defending you as a wide receiver, like, I got to have a little fun tonight, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
Come on, man. Free throw here for Camry Johnson is up and good. 64-17, something we haven't touched on yet. Of course, the next game for the Lady Ravens will be against Hutch next Wednesday. Camry Johnson started her career at Hutchinson, so a little bit of a homecoming there for Camry. I'm sure thinking about getting a little bit of revenge against her old team.
Yeah, I would think so.
Here come the Ravens. Etchison up ahead to Clarkson. Nice one-handed catch by Aspen. And Willis extra pass. Johnson winds up and a little off. Rebound taken by the Ravens. That's Karis Washington and travel.
Did you say, come on, man? Wasn't that Chris Carter? Come on, man.
Come on, man. Randy Moss did that a little bit, too.
That's true.
Come
That's
on,
true.
man. Etchison checks out. It'll be Ava Baker back in for the Red Ravens. 8 minutes to go. Ravens up by 47 points here at home. Coffeyville defense has put on yet another incredible performance, and they are well on their way to an 8-0 record and a big-time undefeated showdown with Hutchinson next week. Never too early to start hyping that matchup up, Chris.
No, that's for sure.
5 on the shot clock. Jazzy Manning spinning, throwing it up, left it short. Rebound taken by Ava Baker. Kaylin Willis up ahead. Camry Johnson. Clarkson tucks into the corner. They get it to Clarkson here on the wing. Extra pass. Baker for 3. Rainbow, and it's good. Ava Baker. We got some shooters on this team, Chris, but I don't think many of them, I don't think many of them have the arc that Ava Baker's does.
They would have to call that one the Rainbow Connection.
Rainbow Connection.
The lovers, the dreamers, the 3.
And there's a nice backdoor cut by Micah Chambers, who lays it in. 67-19 with 6:52 to play. Micah Chambers, of course, played at Bartlesville High School down in Oklahoma. Baker, same spot, same result. We got to find out who on this team is going to be nicknamed Shake, because I want to use Shake and Bake so bad. Clarkson deflects that one out of bounds. It'll stay with Independence.
If you find it, Shake and Bake, I'll help.
Somebody has to earn the nickname Shake, but
right.
We know who Bake is.
Exactly.
Inbounds pass here. We'll see Washington and Yulee there, switch defenders. Lena Yulee back in for Coffeyville. 70-19, Ravens with their largest lead of the night. A 51-point edge over the Pirates of Independence. Of course, the Ravens beat Fort Hays Tech by 36. They beat Colby by 9. So, Chris, and as Tiani Johnson lays it up and in 2 of their 3 conference games so far, Chris, the Ravens have not only won, they have established dominance.
That's for sure.
And they're I think they're making a statement to, your Bartons, your Butlers, your Dodge Cities. Baker's got 8 in about 45 seconds. Puts it up and in. Ava Baker's a little microwave scorer, man. She could come in and put up 10 in about 4 minutes.
That's just something you got to love to see right there.
But I think this is definitely, the start to conference play and the start to the season as a whole. Micah Chambers lets it go for 3 in and out. I think this is a statement to Hutch. This is a statement to Barton, a statement to Butler. Look, we're a tough team this year. You're going to have to hang with us.
Yeah, no doubt. Don't overlook us or you'll regret it kind of thing.
We may have a lot of new players, but our new players can ball, and we'll see you at your place. Clarkson no good on that one. Rebound collected by DeGalato. 72-21, 5:10 to play in this one. Ravens all over the Independence Pirates here tonight. Ava Baker's got the last 8 for Coffeyville, and that's a reach-in foul against the Red Ravens. I don't think I've ever said Red Ravens worse than I just did right there. I might have gotten like 4 of the 12 letters right.
Hey, it's a 330 average, 333 average.
Yeah, that's not good in anything but baseball.
Yeah, right. It'll get you in a Hall of Fame in baseball, but that's about it.
I tried telling, the first time I got a 33 on a test in school, I tried telling my parents I'd be a Hall of Fame baseball player with that number.
How'd that work for you?
They said you won't get a Hall of Fame diploma. That shot up and no good. Tanum nearly pulled down the rebound, as being Tanum. The rebound collected by the Ravens. Up ahead into that corner again, Little Cook. And Olivia uses a screen from Baker, has it blocked, but it ends up with Lena Yuli, who weighs it in. Right place, right time for the sophomore transfer out of France. Shot was blocked and ends up right in her arms for an easy layup.
Sometimes it just works in your favor. It sure did there.
4:23 to play tonight. Ravens 74, Pirates 21 here at Nellis Hall. Tiani Johnson goes to work. Tough shot inside, up and good. Johnson scored 4 in a row for the Pirates. 74-23. I think I've been really impressed with her tonight.
Yeah, absolutely.
4 minutes to go. Baker tries again, and a little bit of a heat check there for Ava. The rim played good defense there on Ava Baker.
It did, very much so.
Let's take a timeout. 4 minutes to go, 74-23. We'll be back in 60 seconds on US 98 and the Red Raven Sports Network.
Vinyl plank, tile, area rugs, and more in many styles, brands, and colors. New furniture always brightens a home. We have a great selection of furniture, including sofa sets, recliners, and mattresses. Economy to premium, in stock and ready to brighten your home. Shop now at your local Derailed Commodity Flooring and Furniture, Brazelton in Independence, Kansas, and Joplin and Butler, Missouri.
This is Meat Mountain, and up there on the summit awaits the all-new Filet-O-Lay Steak Bowl from Taco Mayo. A heaping bowl filled with Mexican favorites and literally erupting with filet mignon. The Filet-O-Lay Steak Bowl can be yours if you make it past Chuck Steak Canyon and the deadly sirloin abyss. Filet mignon beckons, my friend, on the meaty, mighty pinnacle of beefdom. The Filet-O-Lay Steak Bowl from Taco Mayo. Welcome to Meat Mountain.
Ravens up big with 4 minutes to play here in game one of our doubleheader. Shane Neal, Chris Freund alongside with you. Happy to have you along here for Tuesday night Jayhawk Conference basketball. I just saw Coach Jason Stedman and the Pirate men start to make their way into the complex, if you will. I'm sure Coach Herkelman and his team not far behind.
No doubt.
Micah Chambers down low Johnson. She scored 6 in a row for Independence. It's 74-25 as Tiani Johnson's gotten going here in this fourth quarter. Etchison kicks to the corner. Kitchen for 3. Not that time. Rebound collected by Johnson. Jazzy Manning guarded by Cam Etchison. Ravens showing a zone defense here down the stretch, probably trying to work on their zone. Obviously, Coach Turner's teams play a lot of man-to-man, but got to be good at different defenses, Chris. Sometimes you got to mix it up.
Yep. If you're going to throw a Hutch or a Martin off their game, you got to throw different looks at
and
them.
Look at Etchison perfectly anticipating the pass, and Etchison missed the layup on the other end. Floater by Manning in transition up and good. Independence has scored quite a bit here in the final 5 minutes or so of this one, 74-27. Etchison brings it the other way. Screen from Ava. Now Little Cook winds up for 3, and not that time. Rebound Lena Yuli, and an easy putback finish. So Lena Yuli with 4 points here in the fourth quarter. 76-27, 2:21 to play in game one. Camry Johnson, as well as Caitlin Willis, move back to the scorer's table. Pass Manning, extra pass to Tannen, and that's no good. Rebound pulled down by Cam Etchison. Double team comes from her former high school teammate, but she's able to get out of it. Ava Baker in transition, extra pass. Little Cook tries again for 3, not that time either. Ava runs down the offensive rebound. Etchison driving, kicking. Yuli, free throw line jump shot. You bet. 6 for Lena Yuli here in the fourth quarter. 78-27. Chris, I know you've said it before, but Lena Yuli, really a huge weapon for this team off the bench.
I love that jump shot. That was a perfect shot right there.
Tannen throws up a wild shot, no good. Rebound pulled down by Ava Baker. 90 seconds to go, 78-27. Ravens with maybe time for about 2 possessions tonight offensively. And Etchison We'll have substitutions. Willis and Johnson come in for Kitchen and Etchison, I believe. It'll be Baker, actually. Baker and Kitchen's night come to an end. We're going to look at the box score and see 8 points for Ava Baker, Chris, but those 8 points came in about 40 seconds. It's pretty impressive.
It is, really.
Johnson inbounds it to Willis. 80 seconds to go. Camry Johnson now to Lena Yulee. And a Little Cook pass to Etchison. And a 10 to play. Willis trying to penetrate the Indy defense. Etchison for three on the wing. You bet! Second triple of the night for Camden Etchison. 81 for the Lady Ravens with under a minute to play. Fake there by Tannen. That shot no good. Rebound pulled down by Yulee. Could be the final possession of game number one for the Lady Ravens as they will cruise to 8-0 to start the season. Yulee again. 8 in the fourth quarter for Yulee.
I'm excited to see that, Shay. 8 points.
I'm excited to see the ball go in the basket at the rate it has tonight with the number one team in the nation as your next game.
No doubt.
You're going to need the ball to go in the basket. So it's good to see that it's happening. Now, against the Hutch defense is a different story, but at least take some confidence out there. Floater in the lane up and good. And that was Tannen. One final score. Willis will pull up and they can dribble out the clock. Little Cook, pass down low to Willis. Hands it off to Etchison. Yulee puts up a shot, missed it. Offensive rebound by Willis, and that should do it. Willis will dribble it out. Ravens 83-29. They are 8-0. And Hutchinson up next for the Lady Ravens. 8-0, receiving votes to be in the national top 25. And Chris, coming up next, their biggest test of the year, a date with the defending national champions in their house.
That's going to be quite a game, but my goodness, what a performance here tonight by the Lady. My goodness, I'm as if we weren't already excited for that matchup after seeing this performance tonight. Oh yeah, I'm looking forward to that one.
No doubt about it. Ravens roll 83-29. Coffeyville 8-0 to start the season. Let's step away for 3 minutes. Red Raven postgame show coming up next. We'll look at stats. And we'll hear from Coach as well as the player of the game. We'll be right back in 3 minutes here on US 98 and the Red Ravens Sports Network.
Perky'sUsedCars.com.
You'll pay less when you come by and see me, Al Perky, at Perky's Used Cars. We're a mile and a half west of the Woodshed on a State Line Road. Perky'sUsedCars.com.
A family member with a health issue doesn't mean they have to leave their home. Windsor Place at-home care can help them stay in the familiar and comfortable surroundings of their own home. Specializing in working with Medicaid patients, Windsor Place at-home care has supportive home care and all the resources to help make staying at home a reality. Find out more about what Windsor Place at-home care can do for you. Visit windsorplace.net.
At Coffeyville Regional Medical Center, we take seriously our responsibility of caring for our friends and neighbors. We are your regional healthcare system, caring for Southeast Kansas and Northeast Oklahoma. With comprehensive technology and experienced medical staff, caring medical professionals, and a 24-hour emergency room staffed with emergency medicine physicians, we are people you know and healthcare you trust. For more information, visit our website, crmcinc.org.
I'm Adam Vanderlinden, General Manager of Imperial Vending. We were formerly Stevens Vending. We have a set of core values that we follow. True commitment to the community, true commitment to the surrounding area. All of the sandwiches that we put in the vending machines have a 5 to 7 day shelf life. Usually when those sandwiches go out of date, we always donate our products to Genesis. We have 16 branches, and all 16 branches follow that core value. Imperial Vending, world-class service.
The same familiar faces. With a new name, Community State Bank in Coffeyville is now Solutions North Bank. The same community bank you've come to know and enjoy with the merger is now bigger, and there's even more to love. Solutions North Bank will be able to offer more banking products and services to fit your individual needs. Stop by and say hello and check out SMB's options at the newest Solutions North Bank location in Coffeyville, formerly Community State Bank. Come experience the SMB way. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Need work? Ashcraft Tire is looking for a commercial service truck driver. Ashcraft Tire and Auto Repair, 215 North 6th in Independence. KUSN, Deering.
It's time for the Red Raven postgame show on US 98. Voice of the Red Ravens, Shane Neal, will go over final game stats as well as immediate coach interviews with Tony Turner, Jay Herkelman, and their staff. We will also be joined by the US 98 Player of the Game for a postgame interview. The Red Ravens postgame show is an exclusive production of KUSN Radio Sports.
Red Raven postgame show brought to you. Well, not brought to you by any of our friends. We're just happy you're here. You're our friends that we're bringing it to.
Right, exactly.
See, sometimes I just get into a groove, and as you can imagine, Chris, in the flow of 4 hours of basketball, it's not going to be perfect.
No, that's true. Brought to you by, I don't know, Fern. Neilfin Fern.
The Wendy's Frosty I get after the game.
There you go.
There you go.
Yeah.
How about that?
And the spicy nuggets.
We're getting ready, no doubt about it. 10 spicy nuggets and a Wendy's Frosty. Now I can shout out Wendy's because they are the home of our Red Raven Coaches Show.
Exactly.
We will not have a Coaches Show this week. Coach Herc and Coach Turner would never talk to me again if I made them miss Thanksgiving with their families to have a Coaches Show.
Well, I don't know. Turkey, spicy nuggets. It's kind of a toss-up there.
Yeah, but family and Shay is not up for debate.
Okay, that's a very good point.
Yeah, that's right. So we'll be back with the Red Raven Coaches Show next Thursday, 6 to 7, at Wendy's in downtown Coffeyville. We'll see if we can get Coach Dober to hop on the show maybe for a few minutes to talk about that bowl game with Navarro coming up next weekend. I can't promise anything, but I will promise that I will bug him about it. I can't promise he'll say yes, but just know the bugging is coming. Let's get into final stats here from this one. Chris, why don't you have some fun and let us know how the Lady Ravens did in game number 1?
Well, first we should start with Independence, and of course they ended up shooting 23% from the field, 0 of 8 from three-point range. Shane, that kind of surprises me. No three-pointers made by Independence.
Something they've really struggled with this year.
Yeah, absolutely. 46% from the free throw line. They are led in scoring by Janet with 12 points. 12 points and 7 rebounds, so a nice offensive performance for her. Johnson had 9. Manning with 4, and Chambers with 4. So there's your leading scores for Independence. For Coffeyville, 3 players in double figures. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. And they are led by Carly Parker with 14 points. Karis Washington had 13, and Aubrey Highshaw 11. There's your leading scores for Coffeyville. Of course, Yulee and Banker had 8 in the span of what? 90 seconds.
Oh, yeah. I was going to say, it felt like a minute and a half.
It really did. So 8 for both of them. Etchison, Camden Etchison with 6. Little Cook and Clarkson with 5. And Norika Welch with 2. Camry Johnson with 3. And then 2 each for Kitchen and for Willis. Coffeyville ends up shooting 45% from the field. 25% from three-point range, 7 for 28, and I know that's something they'll want to improve on as they move on to the next game.
No doubt about it. Defense, again, excellent. The Ravens getting ready for a date with Hutchinson next Wednesday. That'll be a fun one out at the Hutchinson Sports Arena. Highly recommend you tune in for that one.
Oh, that's going to be a great game.
We have, of course, a second game coming up, but we also have a conversation with Sierra McBride and Karis Washington just around the corner. Let's take a 60-second timeout. Coach McBride joins us next. Karis will join us in just a few minutes as well. We're back in a minute here on US 98 and the Red Raven Sports Network.
Here's years, Medical Lodges has been serving the area with multiple skilled nursing facilities, assisted living facilities, and home health locations in Kansas. They even have facilities in Missouri and Oklahoma. Services include rehabilitation, adult daycare, and home health assistance. You and your loved ones can lead enhanced lives with the caring and loving hands of the compassionate staff at Medical Lodges. This holiday season, unwrap the gift of education with Coffeyville Community College. Enrollment for spring 2025 opens November 18th with classes beginning January 8th, or get a head start on our fall intercession courses beginning December 16th. Whether you're catching up, getting ahead, or discovering something new, CCC has a course for you. Connect with our student success team at studentsuccess@coffeyville.edu.
Back here from Nellis Hall, it's our Red Raven post-game show here on US 98 and the Red Raven Sports Network. Shay Neal, Chris Foyne. We're now joined by assistant coach Sierra McBride. Coach, 8-0 to start the season. That's always fun, but something that Coach Turner's talked about all year, and not just this year, but even on nights where the offense has its highs and lows, defense always has to show up, and through 8 games, I think your defense has been excellent.
Yeah, and I feel like our last game against Colby, we really got that through to the girls. They realized we really didn't play good offense at all, but they still, they still guarded, and the offense eventually came.
Coach had a great road trip, also played well tonight. Karis Washington, we'll talk to her in just a moment, but I think, I've said this a couple times already this year, when she's on her game, rebounding the ball and getting to the free throw line and finishing in traffic and playing solid defense, I can't think of 10 players in this league more talented than her. And obviously, if you want to get to where you want to get to this year of a conference championship, you need Karis to play at this level every single night.
Oh, for sure, yeah. She's just a different kind of athlete. When she crashes the boards, I don't know. I mean, nobody on our team when we practice can stop her. And once she gets in there and finishes and slows down, she's pretty unstoppable. Coach,
didn't rebound the ball well in the first half, turned it around in the second half. What was said in the locker room that really got the girls going on the glass?
We had a good halftime speech about our rebounding. We've been
good conversation that can't be said on air.
Yes, exactly. We have been preaching rebounding. This week it has been rebounding and defense and just being disciplined, and we didn't feel like we did that very good in the first half. And I think we came out in the second half and executed that.
Coach, 2 players that have really emerged as role players on this team, Lena Yulee as well as Ava Baker. Ava put up 8 points in about 50 seconds. Lena had 8 points as well in that fourth quarter. 2 players that I really think showed you that they just not only can score the basketball, but they can do it in really quick stretches. And when you're going up against Hutchinson next week and Barton and Butler around the corner, it's going to be huge to have those options that can really turn a game around at any given moment.
Yeah, for sure. I actually sent them a text yesterday, the whole team. And, everybody has class, whatever, but I said, whoever wants to get an individual workout in, let me know. And I think I had 6 or so. 2 of the 6 were Lena and Ava. So, their extra work is paying off, and that's what they got to keep doing. They got to keep getting in the gym.
Coach, you get an 8-day breather to, enjoy your Thanksgiving break. But the Hutchinson Blue Dragons, the defending national champions, looming around the corner. I think obviously the way your team's playing defense is going to be a key for trying to slow down their high-powered scores. But early on, with the matchups you've had with Hutch in the past, what's something you're going to be working on to get ready for the Blue Dragons?
Rebounding and defense. Every day, rebounding and defense. You talk to Tony Turner, I think he talks about rebounding and defense 24/7. So
big part of rebounding and defense is Karis Washington. She joins us as our US 98 Player of the Game. Let's take a 60-second timeout. We'll be right back here from Nellis Hall on US 98 and the Red Raven Sports Network.
In Independence, drive away in a 2024 Chevy Silverado 1500 for 1.9% APR and no monthly payments for 90 days when you finance through GM Financing. Roman Chevrolet has a very large selection of pre-owned vehicles and new inventory arriving daily. Romans pays more for your trade-in, too. Shop the #1 dealership in Southeast Kansas or visit us online at romanchevrolet.com. Roman Chevrolet at 2313 Main in Independence. Chevrolet, together, let's drive.
Make your home more comforting with help from Derailed Commodity. Update your flooring with the area's largest selection of in-stock carpet, luxury vinyl plank, tile, area rugs, and more in many styles, brands, and colors. New furniture always brightens a home. We have a great selection of furniture, including sofa sets, recliners, and mattresses. Economy to premium, in stock and ready to brighten your home. Shop now at your local Derailed Commodity Flooring and Furniture, Brazelton and Independence, Kansas, and Joplin and Butler, Missouri.
Red Raven postgame show here from Nellis Hall. Red Ravens roll to an 83-29 win. They are 8-0 on the season. I'm Shane Neal, Chris Foyne alongside with me. We're now joined by the US 98 player of the game, Karis Washington. Karis, second time we've done this. You're still nervous for some reason.
I am.
But weren't nervous on the court tonight. What was working for you and your teammates so well against this ICC defense?
Our confidence and us working hard in practice helped us win this game tonight.
Karis, obviously I can't think of a time where you've played necessarily poorly this year, but I think on the road trip out to Goodland and Colby, and then here tonight, you really kind of you've been more efficient. You've been just a consistently strong player for this offense. Is there anything that you've been working on in the last couple weeks to work on, kind of taking your game up a level? Because it feels like in the last 2 weeks or so, you've been playing your best basketball of the year.
My confidence.
Your confidence.
I work on my confidence a lot.
And what goes into that? What are some things you do to work on your confidence and to get more confident out there on the floor?
I get in the gym a lot, and I get in the gym.
Hey, repetition.
Yes.
Practice makes perfect. They teach you that at a young age. Karis, Coach Turner told us about a week ago that your relationship with him has gotten a lot better here in your sophomore year versus your freshman year. He said you've matured a lot as a player. But what's different about your interactions with Coach Turner this year versus last year, and why does it feel like you and him are on the same page even more so this season?
Well, I just got more comfortable, and I started taking in what he was saying to me. Last year I was being kind of hard-headed myself, but this year I just took in what he's saying to me, and I just roll with it.
And something that we heard from Ava Baker is, it's not what he says, it's what he says, not how he says it.
Right.
And it seems like that's something that this team's really adopted early on in the year. But 8-0 obviously has to feel pretty good for you and the girls. Hutchinson coming up next week, of course, the defending national champions. There's been some fun fights between Coffeyville and Hutch the last couple years. But what is something that you're excited about in the first matchup of 2024 with Hutchinson?
The competition. I know it's going to be a good competition. I can't wait for that game.
Absolutely. Karis, good enough to join us. Karis Washington here from Nellis Hall. Karis, last thing I have for you, obviously the Blue Dragons, one of the best teams in the nation, maybe the best team in the nation with that number 1 next to their name. But before you get into the full, the team's the scout getting ready for that game and obviously focusing on individual players, with what you learned in 2 games against Hutch last year, what's going to be important for the team to work on in practice this week so when you come back from the Thanksgiving holiday, you're ready to roll in Hutch?
Our defense. We need to work on our defense and just get more aggressive on the defensive side.
Karis Washington, good enough to join us after her outstanding performance tonight, finishing with 13 points and 6 rebounds. Karis, thank you so much. We appreciate it. Hopefully you'll be a little less nervous the third time around. But we appreciate it. Best of luck. Enjoy your Thanksgiving, and we look forward to seeing you against Hutch.
Thank you.
Thank you. We'll take a 3-minute timeout. When we come back, we'll get you the keys to the game for Coffeyville and Independence on the men's side. We're back in 3 minutes here on US 98 and the Red Raven Sports Network.